Hey guys, it is Ben, aka the Fuse Box. It is time for yet another episode of Fuse Box Engage. Yes, indeed. So, my guest today is running a tad late. We were both running a tad late. It's been that kind of day, and it's currently raining like crazy. My poor dog is right here by my side, scared out of her little mind. Poor thing. I wish I could show you, but I don't have a webcam because I'm poor. But yeah, we've got a few things to talk about today. But the first thing I was going to talk about initially, let's see here. Let me just share. If I can find the thing. Ah, yes. So, we have officially hit our 1K stretch goal, which means everybody's going to be getting some of them 6 a.m. stickers. But also, now that this puts me in the precarious position of having to figure out the 2K stretch goal. So I decided to do a poll of my readers and of fans, friends, anybody you can think of, really. I had it narrowed down to the idea between plushies or an issue 3 preview. And so I decided to do this poll, and I also threw on there a date with Ben because I think that is a very worthwhile cause. So, so far we've got the first day, we got about 43 votes. And it looks like issue 3 preview is in the lead, although the plushies are trailing right up behind it. But really, the real winner on the poll apparently is a date with Ben. Apparently, everybody wants to date me. And I can't say I blame you. I mean, you have excellent, excellent taste. So, if you haven't voted yet, go on my Twitter page at Fusebox7 and vote on the poll, because this is going to be running another 5 days left. I thought it was 6 days left, but there's 5 days left. Boy, time really flies. But yeah, so we've got that going on. I'm trying to figure out how to be the host. It's weird hosting it by myself. It's weird. I've done it before, but it's always weird because I feel like I'm talking to nobody. But in a way, that's a good thing because it's like I like to hear myself talk, so I can just ramble on. But yeah, so I am thinking about checking out. Let me see where it be. Well, you know what? I'm not going to get too much into the topics yet. I'm hoping my guest is going to join me soon because I want to hear his commentary on the topics at hand. Plus, he's going to be informing us of what's going on with our friend Ruby King, who is basically his channel got taken down, and none of us know why. So Cynic is going to be announcing to all of us what is going on with that. But yeah, we have, as I said a minute ago, we have surpassed the 1K stretch goal. And we got about 11 days left until we go in demand. But don't think about that part. Just think like the campaign's ending and hurry and get yourself a copy of Outlaw Nights. Because this is the best story you're ever going to want. Yeah, this is issue 2 of about 10 issues. This story takes place in the 31st century. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space. History is very much repeating itself as the nations of Earth are at each other's throats, competing over territory and resources. It is a chaotic, hectic time period to be alive. And crime is on the rise because the nations of Earth have adopted a very authoritarian surveillance state approach to governing. However, the farther out you go into space, into the colonies, the less of a grip they have, because space, as I'm sure you're aware, is incredibly vast. So it's impossible to lock it all down. So this is a time period of revolution, and it is also the best time to be a pirate ever in the history of humanity. This is the platinum age of piracy. And in the midst of all this, we've got our main character, Cyrus Lawson, who has settled on a small, out-of-the-way, insignificant little colony called Therese. And he's joined the colony guard there. But he's not expecting a lot of trouble, because, I mean, who the hell would invade a place like Therese? Let me ask you, audience, have you ever even heard of Therese? You haven't? Okay, well, good, because, yeah, there's nothing out there. So, right from the get-go of issue 1, his little paradise is lost as the pirates of the ship Hazard invade his settlement looking for a special piece of data. And this data is going to lead to a treasure everybody and their mother's got their eyes on. It is a rat race in the making. We got governments, pirates, bounty hunters, criminal organizations. What was the other one? I can't even remember the other one. But a lot of people want it, damn it. So, issue 2 kicks off with our boy Cyrus having been kidnapped by these pirates. And now he is getting a first-hand look at the underworld of the 31st century. But an awesome, badass pirate hunter is in hot pursuit. That's what she said. So, guns are going to blaze once again in this explosive issue. If you missed out on issue 1, that is not a problem, because you've got your chance to get both copies, and you're pretty much getting them 2 for the price of 1. You can't beat that deal. So hell, get on it. Yes, indeed. Hell yes. So click on the link that is pinned up there in the chat. And I'm pleased to say that my guest has arrived. Thank God, because I was flailing. What is up,
What's
Cynic?
going on, brother? I sorry about that, man. I didn't realize, because I stream outside, you know what I mean? And it's like I set up my table, I'll do all this bullshit, and I had forgotten to like set it all up when I got home like I normally do. Got a little sidetracked, and so, but I'm here now, man. What are we talking about? What are we doing? What have you said? Have you ruined the show already?
Not yet. Well, kind of. But I shared.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Of course. I mean, no, I was I pretty much was I shared the poll that I put up on Twitter.
Yeah.
Where for the next stretch goal, which is going to be the 2K stretch goal.
Pull that up right quick. I want to ask you something about that poll.
Oh lordy.
Hey, pull it up. Let's pull that up. Hey, Jamie, can you pull that up, please? Do we have a producer here? We don't have a producer, do we?
We have Jamie.
Okay, tell Jamie to hurry the hell up.
Jamie did it.
All right, so I want you to. You kept telling me to vote and vote again and blah blah blah, right?
Yes.
I want you to look at this and I want you to ask me, or I want you to answer, which one of these do you think I voted for?
I think you voted for a date with Ben.
Sure as fuck did.
Exactly. No, I don't blame anybody for voting for that. Because
Yeah,
that
it was more of a pity vote though.
Oh, please. Look at how many people voted for it. Like so many people want a piece.
So what's 32% of how many people voted? 43. What's that? Like me? It was all me and my alts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't. I mean, you don't know that rumor, right?
That you have a million alts.
A million alt accounts. Yeah, that's the rumor.
That's like the theory I keep seeing that like Ethan Van Sciver has like a million alts.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing too. I think I know of one of them. It's like a Sabretooth alt. Can't remember its name right now. Yeah. But other than that, I don't know if I've ever engaged in any of the other ones. But you got to own Twitter nowadays, man, because at any time you can be axed for saying the wrong thing, and you got to have somewhere to escape to. So I recommend everybody having at least one alt.
I mean, the beauty of the fact that I am not really famous on this website or really popular is that I can say horrible things all the time and nobody notices.
Yeah, I'm not very famous on X. Like, I don't have a crap ton of followers, right? I think you've got way more followers than I do.
Oh, no, I used to have a lot of followers. Then my account got hacked, and now I have, like, barely any.
Yeah, we ran into that today. You reported me for fraud, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that was so weird, because, like, those guys were doing that earlier this year, and then they stopped, and they were quiet. And then just yesterday, I'm getting a bunch of messages from people claiming that they were at it again.
Yeah, that's crazy. So they must have went active again, and then they finally got noticed. And so Twitter took them down because it popped up on their radar. So
I'm glad they finally did something, because a bunch of people reported them a few months ago.
Yeah.
And nothing came of it.
Man, all these sites don't care unless it's like legitly harming someone. And what I mean is something that they could potentially be sued over. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to get sued over you falling for a scam.
Like, Matt Burke?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he got hit by the scammer on my account.
Here's the part that you got to understand. The moment it says contact this guy on Discord for Twitter, those two companies don't want you using each other.
No, I caught on to that. I caught on to that part late.
Yeah.
I just was like, I don't know. Like, I was being naive and I was like, oh, I don't want this guy to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And then, like, as I was going through the stupid process, that was when it clicked in my head. I'm like, okay, this seems like a scam.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime, here's the problem with any of that stuff you got to learn, man. Anybody, you remember the rule that your parents or everybody always said, like, when you were a kid, like, don't let somebody take you to a second location, like, from where you are. It's the same thing with the internet. The moment they take you to a second location, you're screwed. So.
Yeah. I learned that a tad late.
But other than that, man, what's going on, man? I heard it was like a slow news week.
I mean, as you probably saw from the title of this stream, this is a very important stream.
Drama, action, explosive adjectives.
There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on, man. What do you think about all this?
God. It's just history repeating itself. It's just the fall of the Roman Empire all over again.
Man, it's wild. I'll say it's wild. What I mean, go. What do you want to? What do you want to jump into? It's your show, man. You're just kind of letting me take the wheel and run it, and that's not my job. I'm here to bounce off of you, Fusebox. Ben, get your show together, right?
I just wanted to know what. Well, first of all, I want to know what was going on with Ruby King's channel.
All right. The long and short of it was circumventing a ban. So what happened was there's a guy who has been anti-CG in God, dude, everybody's covered him. Ethan's covered him. The frog guy with like a couple teeth in his head have covered him. Like everybody in CG that does drama has covered him. Well, this guy actually went after Ruby, and Ruby made a video on the guy, and he got popped for bullying or something along those lines.
Oh God.
Yeah. So he had another channel already, and he just sort of went to that channel and was using it. And then we got popped for showing guns on screen. They were toy guns, by the way. Friday or Saturday, I forget. I think it was
remember
Friday.
that one.
Yeah, that happened Friday. And so Ruby had to authenticate the account. And I think what happened was either somebody reported it. He thinks that it got caught up in the authentication. I think it got reported. There's a guy that's been going around Twitter talking shit to Ruby. I've ignored the guy. I think he's a loser. I don't know who he is, so I don't care. He's a non-issue to me, but I think he may have got reported. But if that wasn't the case, when Ruby authenticated the account in order to live stream again, because they didn't give us a strike or a warning, they just said, hey, we have this rule about showing guns on live streams. You may not have known the rule, so we're just gonna remove the stream. Everything's fine. No strike or warning has been placed on your account. But what happened was the next day we were setting up the stream for Rich Embry's book to launch, because we were doing a weekend of launches for him. And
I was there.
well, yeah, it said exactly, and it said, well, you couldn't stream. So we got in touch with Team YouTube. Team YouTube said, yeah, oh, that's our mistake, blah blah blah. And then they gave us the ability to stream, and you were on that show. Last night we were having a meeting for our little publishing company. And after we got done setting up like streaming schedules and what we were going to do and our books that we're working on, going over like rewrites and all that stuff, we get an email and it says that due to ban circumvention, you are currently banned. Your channel has been womp womp deleted.
Jesus.
Yep.
Like that. But you weren't banned. But you weren't struck.
Nope.
That makes no sense.
Nope. We weren't struck. We weren't nothing. But what I think happened was they ran the reason why I think it may have been someone else is because it happened almost, half a week later, right? It happened on Wednesday. All this shit went on Saturday. And so I think that somebody struck the channel and said, hey, this guy is circumventing a ban, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But if not, whenever it got authenticated, they said, oh, this guy with the same name used to have a channel, ban.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I have a channel. It is not connected to Ruby. I will now be running CG Church and the King streams over there. And eventually, pretty soon, I'll start my own show on Wednesdays. That'll be me and whoever I decide to have on as a guest or a co-host. And we'll be talking about pop culture, nerd shit, politics, whatever the fuck I feel like. It's just go to FFS on YouTube. And we will on Wednesdays and sit around and say, God, for fuck's sake, what is this? So that's what we'll do.
I have a suggestion for a good co-host.
Yeah. Who are you thinking?
I was thinking of the guy that was voted Twitter's most handsome man.
Who's that guy? Is that you?
Well, I
mean,
I don't know.
Look,
if you've
man,
seen
you can put in your application, and I will file it, and then we'll get around to it. We'll see who makes the cut.
I have a lot of references, mostly from women who have moved out of state.
You couldn't keep them in state, huh?
Like, they just happen to move out of state. There's no connection there whatsoever. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Pregnant
It's not
pauses.
a coincidence whatsoever, huh?
It's it's coincidental. We don't need to delve into that.
Oh man. So, other than that, man, what's been going on? What have
Well, I'm curious about this new Superman movie.
what about it? What do you think?
I keep going back and forth in my mind. It's like at some points I'm like, okay, this looks kind of promising. Then I hear certain news where I'm like, and then I go back. I'm like, okay, that looks promising. And then I see this, and this is kind of turning me off to the whole thing.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff.
Oh.
Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Third person. You're referring to yourself in third person now.
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on the record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
It's fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible, by the way. You've gotten a lot of heat on...
Isn't that funny?
It's great. That's comedy. That's banter. That's modern day.
Totally. I mean, it doesn't reflect things like, Joss Whedon movies or
No.
the Guardians of the Galaxy
No.
or Thor Ragnarok or exactly. Oh my God, Master Roshi has joined the channel. Finally. I have been waiting for this day.
You're welcome. I sent him a DM.
Master Roshi is who I'm becoming, slowly but surely.
Man, you got to have all this modern shit these movies nowadays, and it's crazy as fuck. The problem with that is it keeps it from being evergreen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and it's sorry. No,
Go ahead.
oh no, I thought you heard my dog.
No,
Oh wow, this microphone is much better.
I'm a cat. I would have ran away.
But no, like, no, it's like this is the thing that everybody was worried about when they heard that James Gunn was going to be directing a Superman movie.
Yeah.
Is that it's like, okay, he's going to do a lot of silly, quirky humor and banter. And it's like, that's not Superman. And when I saw those original trailers, I'm thinking, okay, like there's going to be a little bit of humor, but it looks like he's going to keep the spirit of Superman alive.
Yeah.
And then I see that clip, and then it immediately sours me to the whole thing.
Yeah, like I said, it dates the movie, man, and it's not funny. It's not quite tongue in cheek. They could play it off better. I would have to really rewatch the scene to see how I would do it. But again, I'm not a professional. I'm just a normal guy who knows how to talk shit decently well and hold a halfway decent conversation.
Well, here you go. I'm gonna. You're in for a treat. I'm playing it again.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Third person. You're referring to yourself in third person now.
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on the record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
It's
Why
fine.
are they
I
putting
won't
this
write that
scene
you
out?
spend your spare time trying
I
to think
don't
up
know.
sound bites, which are terrible, by the way.
Why are they putting this out though? Like there's no context to this. That's the problem. Like you're missing context. Obviously, she knows that he's Superman at this point.
Which, again, like that, I don't know. I wouldn't have made that choice.
No.
Because I feel like, yeah, like traditionally the way it's always gone is Lois doesn't, she thinks that Clark is a nerd and she ignores him, but she's in love with Superman.
Yeah.
And then this time around, they're going for, just, oh, you know what? Whatever. She just knows.
Yeah, she just knows. So the one thing that I heard was that he had been in town for a while now. So it's not like an origin story. Basically, it sort of picks up where he's already been a hero. He's already been around. He's established. So from there, man, like maybe, they've known each other for a while, and she either, you get what I mean? Maybe it's already mid-story and she just knows, and you find that out. But either way, it's just stupid comedy. It's not funny. She's trying to talk down to him about the way you handle the press, and then he's practicing how to do sound bites, and he thinks he ought to talk about himself in the third person. It's dumb. It's not funny. I say delete the scene. Just have a normal conversation about the situation, right? Like, have her telling him how to handle the press the proper way, which he's a fucking reporter. He should know how to handle the press.
Well, also, like, they're making it seem like Clark's, fumbly, goobery thing, like, it's not just an act, like, that's his actual personality.
Yeah.
When it's like that, the whole point was he's pretending to be a loser so that nobody suspects him.
Yeah.
But instead, it's like, oh no, that's just him. That's just him.
Just personality, man. That's just the way it is. Yeah, man. Like, I haven't read a tremendous amount of Superman to where I remember exactly how he acts.
I mean,
like his interactions with Lois, you know what I mean? And like how his personality truly is, because all the books I remember reading, like the ones where she knows he's Superman, like he just acts like Superman.
Well, yeah, like, and the whole thing is I've barely read any Superman comics. Like, I've read like a couple, but I've watched Superman movies, and I've watched like Smallville and all those things, and it's like that's a pretty consistent thing that like he's putting on an act when he's Clark Kent.
Not in Smallville. He's sort of a Poindexter little type dork
Not
guy.
really, no.
What are you talking about? Like, his personality doesn't really change. All he does whenever he's Clark Kent in front of people is he sort of keeps his powers secret and reserved. Other than that, his personality is absolutely the same.
But he wasn't like, but I'm saying he wasn't being the bumbly reporter type. He was still like, he was a strong, good kid.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't seem like the bumbly reporter type here. I think you're reading a little much into it, personally. I think that it's just him. We're missing context, I think, right? I don't know what they're going for. I don't know what happened. Like, did he give a bad interview or something? Is he coming off like an idiot and he's like trying to rehab? You get what I'm saying? Trying to rehab his profile or something. It's just a stupid scene to put out. I would have never put it out.
Well, I mean, I'm worried that that's going to be one of multiple scenes that are like that.
Yeah.
Because they can't stop at one.
No, of course not, man. Why would they? It's James Gunn.
And again, it gives me that vibe that I think I've mentioned it. I think I've mentioned it to you before, but I've definitely mentioned it on previous streams where I feel like writers of modern superhero movies, they're like embarrassed to be writing superhero movies. It's like they don't want to be writing superhero movies. So like, well, let's just take the piss out of it while we're writing it. Let's just make fun of it.
It's because they don't know how to write superhero movies.
They're like, like, people, everybody knows the superhero shtick. Let's just skip all the origin stuff and all that, and let's just make fun of it because screw it. Like, superheroes are dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know how to write superheroes, and because it's just a normal person who has great abilities, right? I guess it's I can't remember. My brain's sort of drawing a blank right now of the word that I'm looking for, but it's a person that you would want to be.
Aspirational.
Right? Aspirational. Yeah, it's somebody that you aspire to be. And so you can make them serious or you can make them funny. Like they're just normal humans in the way I would write them. And what I mean by that is every one of them would have a different personality, right? You don't always have to have the bumbling guy. You don't always have to have the serious guy or the straight guy. You could have tons of different personalities and personality quirks. And superheroes have that if you read comics or anything like that. And these modern writers just don't realize that, right? That you're writing a normal person who has powers that you aspire to have, right? So,
well,
it
yeah,
just-
and I mean, it depends really also on the hero themselves, like the type of hero, because you have aspirational and then you have relatable heroes.
yeah,
Like Superman and Captain America would qualify as being aspirational in that they're normal, but they're also like they're far more moral than the average person.
Yeah.
They're kind of like they're basically role model types. Whereas
Yeah.
you got like Spider-Man and Batman who are like kind of flawed people who are trying to be better.
yeah.
Um,
So, yeah, I mean, you've got to write these people that are sort of a moral compass, and I think that's a problem. This is going to sound gay, but I think that's a problem with modern society, right? Like nobody has a moral compass anymore. Like I run into people all the time. I was actually talking to my aunt about this earlier today. Like, just common decency
Yep.
just falls flat.
Oh, yeah,
It's
there is-
non-existent.
It's all about well, like our generations or like the generations coming up behind us have been pretty much programmed to believe that just taking care of yourself is moral.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, man. It's not just the generation that's coming up behind us; it's our generation too, right? A simple
Yeah.
common courtesy. Let me give you a great example. When I was gonna be late, I sent you a message that said, "Don't rush. I'm running behind too." Right? So
Yeah,
then you knew, like, all right, either you could start the show later, or you could just go on and vamp by yourself for a while.
I
right?
did.
Otherwise, you would have just been like, "Oh shit, where's Cynic at?" Right?
Yeah.
That's just a common courtesy, a common decency, and you don't have that anymore nowadays. And that's with more than just like the younger generation, right? Like people just, especially with like internet connections, which most people have nowadays, people will just flat out just like, "Okay, bye," and not even tell you, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Wait, what the hell happened? Like, what's going on?" And you're left guessing. And I think these modern people that are the modern writers don't have that moral compass in order to put into these characters, right?
Oh, definitely. Like they I would say like it might be a little much for me to say this, but I think a lot of it, a lot of these people are people that don't really have faith in anything.
Yeah,
So it's like if you think that the universe is just kind of random and whatever, it's like you fall into that category of complete moral relativism.
yeah,
And then once you get there, it's like, well, hell, like I don't need to try to drive home a message or whatever, because it's like, just live your truth, whatever that is.
yeah.
That vague, nebulous your truth.
Yeah, I think people also misconstrued that though, right? Like they are like, "Oh, this is my truth. I'm just a bad person, or I'm this, or I'm that," and they make it excuses for who they are. And I mean, I was actually talking to a friend earlier today, and I was telling him, I'm like, just be you, right? There's no reason to apologize for being who you are, right? As long as you're standing up for your own morals, as long as you're standing up for like who you actually are, and it's not some stupid, you're. Don't make excuses for your bad behavior, but be who you are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I would say be more like me. But,
No, I don't know about that, man. I don't know you in a personal aspect, right? We've spent a little bit of time on streams and behind streams. But
so
like
you know
what I
me
tell-
pretty well.
a little bit, yeah. But what I'm saying is like, whoever you are, like, don't make an excuse for it, right? But also, if you've got like, the live your truth thing, I think, is an excuse for bad behavior.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Right.
it's just because at that point it's like, well, like I couldn't say anything is moral,
Yeah.
and then you could tell me like, well, that's not moral, whatever, and I'm like, well, it's what I believe, so therefore it is my truth.
Yeah. The man, we're gonna get to like a theological conversation with this, but there's basic morals, right? And I'm not saying like you don't have to delve into things like homosexuality or anything like that, right? I'm saying like there's basic morals about do unto others. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That is the base premise of my morals, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna treat people how you want to be treated type thing, and most people just don't realize that. They just treat people how they want to treat them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your feelings be damned,
Well, you are a king or a queen or a god or a goddess or whatever. That was my statement.
But no, man, like it's just one of those things that it gets exhausting with all that kind of stuff nowadays. But it really it falls into modern day writing. Like I think you need to take yourself out of it. I do a lot of self-insert stuff with personalities and things like that, or like, but it's more of like things I want to aspire to be. So
I do something a little bit similar where, like, I'll tell you, in Outlaw Nights, the two central characters of Cyrus and Ivory, each one of them contains aspects of my personality. Where it's like, I think Cyrus is kind of like me when I was younger, where he's got this hardline sense of morality, and he's a little too brash for his own good. And then you've got Ivory, who is a wise ass who drinks and smokes too much and is very cunning and knows how to twist words very well. And I would say like both of those come from aspects of my own personality.
Yeah. I mean that's good to do that. So what do we got here?
Oh, I just brought this up because, like, earlier today, James Gunn basically he removed this shot from the Superman movie that they showed of Superman flying, and he's making the claim of like, oh, I didn't like it, and it it kind of got by me, so he removed it. When the truth of the matter is they saw the internet making fun of it and taking the piss out of it.
And so they bend the knee to the internet. I mean, good though. At least they're listening to fans, no matter what.
No, I know.
They're giving.
I just love the fact that he's covering. He's like, no, it wasn't that. It was me. I didn't like it, and I took it. It's like bullshit. You saw the internet reaction, and you changed it, but you don't want to admit to that because that's too beneath you, James Gunn.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about James Gunn on a lot of levels. On the one hand, his style works really well for some movies.
Yeah.
But this is not one of those movies.
Yeah. You don't think so, man? I think he can do it. I think he can pull it off. I have faith in him. So far, I'm gonna go see it still.
Do I need to play the Lois and Clark scene again?
If you need to play it, man, to make yourself feel better. If you need to play it, man, to make yourself feel better. But I'm giving him a little bit of faith because I like DC. I'm a DC simp, right?
Well, it's like the thing is that Superman is a tricky character to do in the modern day. It's like, if you get too cheesy like it used to be, you're gonna kind of put people off. They're not gonna be able to relate to it. If you make him too flawed, you're gonna annoy people with that because it's like he's supposed to be the ultimate superhero. So it's like you got to kind of find a sweet spot in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think with him, it's very hard to do. The closest in the modern, not like modern day, but I mean over the past like 20 years that I saw, I liked Smallville's incarnation of him.
I agree. I think Smallville was the best incarnation. It's my favorite. I would say that much.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I liked how they updated him to a degree, but at the same time they were able to keep that sense of like values and morals and him being just the all in all good guy that he was.
Yeah.
While at the same time presenting him with challenges, and because he was younger, they were able to do the whole thing of like, well, he's not full on Superman yet, so he's still got a lot to learn.
Yeah, they allowed him to grow as a character, which I enjoyed personally.
Oh, definitely. I mean, and that was my favorite Lex Luthor story. I love the idea of showing Lex as like not just being an evil businessman, but like somebody who was trying to be good and then just fell from grace.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it, right? The problem was, man, like I'm not gonna say the problem was. I don't know what the problem was with them not just taking that series and turning it into a movie, right?
I think they were, well, number one, I know Michael Rosenbaum left the show early, and I love the fact, like, I looked it up. I was like, why did he leave? And it said on the internet, it said Michael Rosenbaum decided to walk off of Smallville because he was tired of shaving his head for the role.
Was that the reason? Is that
yes?
Holy shit! Yeah, but like now he does a podcast where that's all he ever talks about.
I know, and so like this is the time. I think you could probably convince those guys to do like a movie or something. They were actually talking about doing like a little animated series where they would do the voices, but it's been kind of stuck in like development limbo.
Is that what they're? Man, they don't know what to do with that. Like you had the best cast for all of it. I mean, even Lois Lane was perfect to me.
Yes, I loved Smallville's Lois.
Yeah, and they just fucking ruined it, man. They just let it all go to waste.
And and now like can't bring Chloe back because you know
she's a little fucked up, right?
I mean, who hasn't accidentally joined a cult and participated in sex trafficking before? Yeah.
Yeah, she joined that sex cult, man, and just ruined it. I don't know what her problem is, but you know, man. But man, like, what are you gonna do? I mean, you don't need Chloe though. Like, damn it, no, you don't, because you have Lois, right? You could hand wave away the reason why she's gone somewhere or done something, or you could kill her off even.
I know she by the end of the series she was married to Green Arrow, and they were living in Star City. So you can easily write that off as like, well, she's over in Star City doing whatever. She's over in Star City trafficking women into sex slavery.
Yeah. She's got a Green Arrow tattoo branded on her, and they're currently working in a sex cult together.
What did you think of the Arrow show?
I thought it was good, man. I fell off on all the those DC shows though after a while.
That's a good thing because like I liked Arrow and the Flash for the first 2 or 3 seasons each, and then once they got into like season 5, it went to shit. It was amazing to watch the transformation. How like I think, yeah, Arrow season 5 was where I noped out because it was getting ridiculous, and then the Flash, I mean, my God, like everybody who ever becomes friends with Barry Allen ends up becoming a superhero. It's like you can't just know a normal person ever. It's like, oh, they developed superpowers at this point. I'm like, well, why do we need the Flash then? Everybody's got powers.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. It's man, you got to fill the show, I guess. And also, I mean, it's sort of fan servicey, you know what I mean? Like they won't they want to like put all these characters in there to appease the fans. So,
and I'll tell you, my biggest
happens, man.
my biggest thing about Marvel is that so many superheroes live in New York City in that universe. New York City should be like the safest city ever.
Yeah, right?
Ever.
Yeah.
Like every 2 blocks you've got a superhero.
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus.
man, it's but you gotta have drama for the show, man. That's where like I think a lot of people fall off on this stuff. They go, well, you know, they ask these questions, and I'm like, yeah, but you gotta have some sort of drama for the show, and so you've got to introduce something, and then they sort of overdo it, you know.
Well, definitely, because like that's the thing, like the drama should be coming from villains coming up. Like we don't need everybody on the team to be a superhero. I like the fact that it's like it's a hero and he's got some friends who are normal and just kind of help him out a little bit. That's
I do too. I like
the
that.
Key. But yeah, I wanted to show you this. This is a total non sequitur, but
Yeah.
I thought that you would enjoy this. This is an announcement trailer for a video game called Mexican Ninja.
Oh, okay. Let's see this.
This is everything you've ever wanted.
En a Brewster Pueblo,
¡Hola, muchachos!
el ninja más cabrón rises. Every run is a new battle, every choice, your destiny. Agárrate los huevos, master the way of the donkey. Mexican
That's great, man. My only problem with it is why does it have to be a roguelike? Why does everything have to be a roguelike nowadays?
With so many streaming
Queen Latifah. No, oh my god, like I can't believe they can get away with that in 2025.
Oh yeah, dude. You think they're gonna get canceled? What do you think's gonna happen? I mean, it's a small game, so they might skate with it, man. But who knows, bro?
Just make sure that none of the evil spies are watching this channel.
None of the evil spies.
That's how it feels. Like, you know, these cancel culture people, it's like they watch all of our channels and it's like they're lurking in the shadows trying to find the next thing to get mad about.
It's not even like cancel culture people, bro. It's just assholes.
That's what cancel culture people are.
No, it's like it's not even what I'm saying though is it's not like lefties or anything like that, really. It's just people who don't like what you have to say, and you might even be on the same side, right? Like you just don't like the same person they like. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's how we got those WC guys. I don't want to like, you know, throw them out on your channel and have them come after you or whatever if they watch this later because they don't like me. Because
are they able to like search through like audio and be like, pick up any mention of WC? Like,
yeah, they could. Yeah, you can actually go through the
scan
transcript
through it, and there's
yeah.
who's talking about us.
But no, man, like that's how you get it. It's so fucking sad because we agree on like 90% of the stuff. we agree on like 90% of the stuff, but they're just assholes, man. They don't like the fact that we don't disagree with, other people like Ethan or something like that,
I mean, I guess.
That's exactly what it is, man. That's exactly what it is. It's crazy that all this stuff happened. So, like these games and stuff, though, they might skate by, man, because that sort of culture war is currently dying. So,
I definitely agree with that. Like, I think most of the culture wars are winding down.
yeah.
That's why so many of those channels that all they do is talk about, like, oh, what's the next woke thing? It's like they're really grasping for straws these days.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's, man, it's exhausting is what it is. It's so exhausting. Can we please just like make fun stuff and good stuff? And if you don't like the message or what's going on in it, just don't watch it. You know what I mean? Like I never watched, what was that? There was a movie that came out a few years ago. It was like a gay movie, like a gay love story or comedy or something called Bros.
Oh yeah,
And,
I remember that.
I didn't even watch it.
I didn't watch. I don't watch any of those things.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I didn't make a big stink of it, man. I didn't care. I didn't promote it. Didn't say anything about it. I just didn't watch it.
Well, that's been my motto with all of this stuff. Like for years now, a lot of channels like they cover every new Star Wars thing that comes out. It's like I stopped watching it after The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the new Disney Star Wars crap from the past like 10. Has it been 10? No, it hadn't been 10 years. It's been like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But like I know like they've cranked out a bunch of shows and movies. Like I didn't watch any of them because it's like I don't. The story's been ruined. Like there's no point in continue unless they come out tomorrow and they're like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and like decanonize all of that. Or they do what they did in Star Trek recently, where they basically were like, oh yeah, Star Trek Discovery, that happened in an alternate timeline.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. It's like it's your subtle way of admitting defeat.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, buddy. Give me 1 second.
Oh, no problem. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm very proud of Disney for just their sheer commitment to the sinking ship. It amazes me their level of stubbornness. It's like, okay, a bunch of people really hate this. We're losing money left and right. You know what? We're going to do it again. And we're going to do it harder. Like, they are going to hang on to the mast of that ship as it's going beneath the waves. Like, bravo. We should all aspire to be that stubborn. Yes, indeed. Where on earth? What was that? Yeah. I have been off tonight. Good Lord. I was about to pull up something else. Well, I'm gonna make us all watch this again. Cause I'm a glutton for punishment.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Third person. You're referring to yourself in third
This is
person
what
now?
we're doing.
No,
What
it's
are you
just a thing
doing
I
to me?
came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on the record, Superman.
This is the movie
not
you want
the
to
part where I
see.
said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
It's fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible. By the way.
That's so terrible, bro. It's just I really don't know. I need context, you know what I mean? So
Isn't Superman a goof? Isn't he a big dunderhead? Thank God Lois is there. he wouldn't get anywhere. He wouldn't be able to tie his own shoes. Oh, Superman. See, this is why everybody needs to be watching Dragon Ball.
Don't even. I can't, bro. I'm not gonna do that tonight. I can't do it without Ruby here to like really dunk on. I can't do that, man. I really can't do it.
I need my punching bag. I do miss
man.
Ruby.
Yeah, he's busy writing an appeal, man. But I it's wild, dude. All this stuff is crazy, man.
I mean, it's to think well, that means you've made it ultimately. Is when
you think so, man?
When you've got enemies online who are coming after you, that means you've made the big time.
Yeah, I guess, man. It feels so small time though, because we were just growing the channel. You know, we were at it's Ruby's channel. I was just a co-host at 240 subs. We got there in like 8 months, man, and we were really starting to like make a stride. Had a lot of people that were like, "Oh yeah, I like what y'all do, and we're supporting you." And then it just, fuck off. Who cares? So,
yeah, I have been off tonight. This has been a weird, this has been a weird stream.
What do you mean?
I thought I had more content than
hey,
I did.
man. I don't know what you're doing. I'm just here to bounce off what you got. You know what I mean? So,
it was one of those things where it was like I got off of work and I was like gonna prep for the stream, and then I took a long nap, and then I woke up kind of late, and so I was like scrambling. I'm like, oh shit, what do we got? There's that Superman clip, and then I found Mexican Ninja right before we went live.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got a good hour of bant out of it, man. Unless there's other stuff you want to talk about. There's a lot of drama going on, man. I don't know what you want to talk about, right?
Well, I do know about I wasn't really going to talk too much about what was going on with the Richard Embry versus Ethan Van Sciver stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly just that, like, I don't know. I think a lot of it is overblown. Granted, I totally understand why people are really upset about the fact that it's like the day after a bunch of people were promoting the hell out of his campaign, he just kind of left. But, at the same time, I got
no, because he had left the big rooms before that.
Okay.
Yeah, he had left the big rooms a month ago.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, well, I didn't know about that.
So Rich had left the big Comicsgate rooms at least 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So everything like that being overblown is crazy.
But yeah, it was just I think a lot of people felt like it's like, okay, we supported your project, we promoted you, and you're just telling us to fuck off. But at the same time, I totally get his mindset with it, and he wasn't being like, oh, screw you guys. So it's like, I feel like people just need to leave him alone,
But that's not what he said, though.
What'd he say?
He said that he just couldn't do that stream with the people that were on that stream because of his household, because his wife didn't approve of it.
Yeah,
and so
I
he had
get
to leave
that
stream. And then he said, look, man, there were some things that happened privately that I'm not going to delve into. I'll let him delve into it. And then what happened was he said, all right, then I'm just going to leave these other rooms also because of this sort of scenario. I feel uncomfortable now, and I'm just not going to be in these rooms. He never once was like, I'm not CG, I'm not Comicsgate, I'm not going to support Comicsgate. That was placed upon his shoulders. And then people started saying he's anti-CG. And he said, well, fine then. I don't need to get the promotion of the big three. I most likely wouldn't have got it anyway. So I'll just do my own thing and support the creators in CG that I've been supporting. And I'll still back all the CG books and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean that's a reasonable.
So, how does that say that he's anti-CG though? I mean, how does that disrespect the people that just backed his book?
Well, I mean that doesn't.
Right.
I just thought like I think people like optically, I think a lot of folks thought like, oh, okay, like he's been promoted this one day and then the next day he's gone. 'Cause that's how I saw it at first because I didn't know all
Yeah,
the.
but whose business was it to say that he was gone?
Well,
You see what I'm saying?
I thought he was gone.
No, I'm saying like, yeah, that's what people said because it was private information that was put out there.
Okay.
Just because somebody leaves a DM group doesn't mean they're gone from the quote unquote movement.
I mean, I agree with that. It was like, and that was the thing. Like, I was
Jim
kind of in
Satala,
that.
you know who Jim Satala is?
I have no idea what that is.
Jim Satala is probably one of the biggest promoters and purchasers in Comicsgate. Jim Satala left one of the biggest rooms in Comicsgate the other day. Now, does that mean he's no longer Comicsgate? Just because he felt like he didn't need to be in that room anymore?
Yes.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? It's riling up. It becomes content, and it's now you've now got your pitchforks out after a guy who's been CG for years and still said and has said publicly, I'm still going to buy and promote CG books. I'm just going to do my own thing and stop worrying about trying to like move up the ranks, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
He's going to be on his own island while building a bridge to everybody else.
I mean, no, I mean, I get that. I mean, I don't know how successful that would be, but I mean, if they think they can do it, more power to them.
Let me ask you something, Ben. This is actually more of a conversation we should have behind the scenes. But let me ask you something, Ben. Does that stop Katie from promoting him?
I don't think so.
Does it stop us from promoting him?
No.
All right. So the only person that got their feathers ruffled and said they'd never promote him again was Frog Tony. He wasn't getting promoted by Ethan or John or Shane, and no shade at them, right? Like, I get it. They're the big dogs in the scene. If they don't want to promote, they don't have to. And I understand that 100%. It's your prerogative. I don't promote people I don't want to promote. I just flat won't. If I don't like you, if we don't jive, I'm not going to promote you. Sorry. But if we do jive and I like your story, if we jive just a little bit and I like your story, you're coming on. You're welcome to come on.
So after this stream, you're no longer going to allow me on your
Never
channel?
going to have you back on again.
I
We're
figured.
fucking terrible. You brought nothing for us to talk about. I've been having to vamp for an hour now.
I
carry you just like I do Ruby King every Sunday, Monday, and Friday.
I talked about Superman.
But no, I mean it's overall I find it exhausting because I think a man ought to be able to have his own thing and still be a part of a movement. And just because he doesn't agree doesn't mean you should go after him with pitchforks and torches.
Well, that's how it was in the beginning.
Weird.
And
That's
it was
exactly what Rich said.
well,
And
it
that's
was.
what got him. That's what got him under the ire of Ethan Van Sciver. And those are two grown men. They can have their battle. I'm not gonna scorn one over the other. You know what I mean? I've had Ethan on my show. A couple times actually. So, and I appreciate it. I didn't get a bump from it. He's never promoted me, and I'm not saying that to be pissy, right? So before this gets clipped and taken out of context, he doesn't have to, and I'm not asking him to. If he ever did, hell yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'd be very appreciative. But that still doesn't mean that I'm not my own man. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when I put out books with Imprint, when I put out books with Ruby or whoever else, right? That's my responsibility.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
The
that's my
Andrew Rowland
responsibility.
has come.
That's not Ethan's responsibility. It's somebody else's responsibility but mine. So,
Yes, you are. This has been a very Well, weirdly enough, now that we're at the hour mark, we're suddenly starting to get more viewers. Go figure. It's okay. I've been, I was not prepped for this stream at all. And so we were talking a bit about Superman. We looked at Mexican Ninja.
But no, man, like you should be allowed to be on your own island and do your own thing, man, and not be chastised for it, and still support Comicsgate, man, without having to like wave a banner. We're not a gang, bro. I don't have to wear Crip or blood colors to be a part of Comicsgate. I also don't have to run around screaming it at the top of my lungs that I support these people. And I think what they're doing
first of all,
right now is wrong.
Well, you need to be Crip walking. You can't be on the Bloods. What's the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, I do a mean sea walk. But look, man, like it's just insane to me that you can't be on your own island and still support other people. And that drama right now to me is just it's stupid. It's plainly stupid. So, and I get it, like, that's some mean things, but can you point out one thing that he said that's untrue?
I mean, I can't, but
can you? You can't, can you? But you're not allowed to say it, are you?
Well, I am not anti. I am not anti-rich. I am not against.
No, I'm not
rich
saying
at
that.
all.
No, I don't think you are. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying
I don't understand.
There's a lot of people, and here's the problem, right? We are in these back rooms, right?
Yeah, my thing is like I don't understand his beef with Katie because Katie's always been awesome to me.
I'm not at liberty to say that.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm not at liberty to say that publicly. That's one of those things, like one of those moral things that I stick with. That I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna put out anybody's dirty laundry. I have a hard and fast rule about not leaking DMs, and if that means I've got to eat crap for doing that, then I just have to eat crap. And so, that's just one of those things that I think happens a lot more than what it should when you're having a private conversation. And I hate it, but when it comes down to it, I whatever somebody says to me privately stays privately.
Well, that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. So, but yeah, I will say that's also between them. They're grown adults, right? If Katie done something wrong or Rich done something wrong, they should own up to it and say, "Hey, my bad," and work it out like adults. We got somebody in the chat right here. We've got One Gun. Me and him had a falling out over something very stupid and immature on my part. And I went to him and I apologized. And then we discussed things. And now he comes back on the show. We DM. We talk in groups. And then he's in the chat right now supporting us, man. And so, like, that's what adults do. It took a little while, and this may take a while, but I think they'll come back around to each other. But the problem that you have in a movement like this is me and you are on a stage right now. We're on a platform. We're also in these back rooms. So we could hash things out or do things. The audience isn't. So once you spin that up and you have this cult of personality that follows you till you die, right? You ride or die for this guy that's on YouTube or whatever it is. You're going to pick your side, and that's it until that guy says, "Hey, everything's good. You can support this person now."
Well, I wanted to say to One Gun, I would send you a link if we were linked up, but I don't think we follow each other on Twitter and all that. You've been avoiding me. You've been hiding from me. Why? Oh, Andrew, thank God you've offered me a segue to repeat something that we hate. I want you to watch this and tell me if you're still cautiously optimistic.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Stop it.
Third person.
Stop it.
You're referring to yourself in third person now.
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on the record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, That part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not afterward.
Why are you being like this?
It's fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible, by the way.
Yeah. I wonder who this is.
Whoever it is that posted the video, I would assume. But
I know he was just making love to the camera.
you're no, I agree with Andrew. I'm cautiously optimistic about it, but
You fought. Wait a minute. What's your thingy?
one gun.
What? How do I'm confused.
Yeah, one gun. WNGUN.
Oh, that one gun.
Yeah, Get It Bro Shinwon's YouTube channel.
God, why? That's Jesus. Hang on. I'm sending him a thing. I'm like, I kept thinking in my head, I'm like, ONE gun. That's, yeah. This is how I roll. I keep stumbling today. Blech. Look at that. We're up to 11. Hell yeah. Superman is not allowed to have cheesy James Gunn style humor. He's not allowed to be. Oh, but Lois, I have a cool catchphrase. Yeah, well, it's really stupid, and you're stupid, and I hate you. But I love you. Cynic, have you just given up?
Somebody had just DM'd me. I'm sorry, I had to answer that right quick, bro.
You're already looking for something better to do.
No, I'm sorry, man. You were talking to One Gun. What are you gonna send One Gun the link?
I
Come
did.
on here.
I just did.
Shit. He's not gonna come on. One Gun's a big old bitch, and then he's also scared of me. So it's whatever.
He's fighting you right now.
But no, man. Back to the drama with Rich or whatever. Do you agree or disagree that like just because he has his fucking opinion, like, do you think
No.
he ought to be cast out of all this shit? No, the audience should be just excoriating him, dragging his ass on Twitter.
No,
for 2 fucking days now.
I do not agree with that. I was merely saying that I understand the mentality of the folks.
I think you're scared of Comicsgate, man.
Who isn't? But I mean, no, I was just saying I understand why people think the way they do. But I've been watching his interactions, and yeah, like a lot of people were jumping on him, and so I think that's why he's been.
Yeah, he's been
back.
attacking back, right? He's allowed to have his fucking opinion and attack back, and to talk shit to whoever he wants to. Just because Ethan Van Sciver is the big dog around the whole community doesn't mean you're not allowed to say something to him. It's still 2 grown fucking men, bro.
No,
Like,
I agree.
If you talk shit to me in public, right? If you talk shit to me in public, I would say some vitriolic fucking shit to you, and damn the consequences. This is the fucking internet. You don't have to worry about getting smacked in the teeth, right? What's he gonna do? Lose backers? He's already not making no more than like $3 or $4 grand a book any fucking way.
Yeah. Well, none of this will matter once Outlaw Nights makes $100 billion.
Outlaw Nights, go back it now, everybody. $100 billion on the way. We're gonna get like what? Are we gonna get extra stickers, or what are you gonna do?
Well, right now we got 3 stickers going, and
I'm gonna need more. 3 isn't enough if it makes $100 million.
oh, I mean, we're gonna make action figures. We're gonna make video games. We're gonna make.
It's gonna be a terrible
everything.
video game.
It's gonna be an awesome video
It'll be
game.
a fucking terrible video game. For you,
I've
Scott.
already thought of it. Like the video game for Outlaw
It'll be
Nights.
a fucking roguelike on Steam. It'll be terrible.
No, the video game for Outlaw Nights would basically be what What was that? What was that fucking?
You don't even know the name of the game that you're trying to like.
The
base
Bethesda
it off of.
game.
You fucking suck.
The Bethesda game. What was it
Oblivion,
called?
Skyrim, Morrowind.
The one that did horribly.
Oh, you're talking about the space version? I never played it. I'm not a homosexual.
Well, it was. The point is the Outlaw Knights game was going to be what that game should have been. Oh, so anyway, One Gun has joined us.
Hey, what's up, man?
Sorry about that. You know, I was busy dueling Cynic.
I can't believe you didn't know who I was. I can't believe that.
No,
Well, no one knows who I am. But nobody.
No, I knew who you are. I wasn't connecting the dots of the account that I follow on Twitter and
I'll be right back, fellas.
I've seen on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when I hear One Gun, I think of ONE.
Oh, no,
I forgot about WUN.
Yeah. That's me, man. That's me.
You have
But,
to forgive me. I'm white.
Don't worry. You know, Cynic is black. You know.
Hell yeah, I'm black.
Oh, I thought you was gone, motherfucker.
Nah, like I still got you on my ear. I was just somebody called me on the phone. So
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, see what you thought you were gonna talk shit because I wasn't around, didn't you? One Gun.
You should have left so I could, but now I can't.
Yeah, say with your fucking chest, homeboy.
Oh Jesus.
Say what? Why you want to
gotta
start
say,
fighting?
One Gun.
I'm already fighting Andrew already.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Andrew's
haven't-
a stuttering.
I'm fighting-
Andrew's a stuttering fucking mess, though. What are you gonna do?
Hey,
What are you gonna punch him and fix his stutter?
I'm gonna do something to him. I'm gonna
I've
get
been
you, Andrew.
stuttering.
I'm gonna get you, Andrew. Yeah.
Well,
So
Andrew-
what you guys talking about?
Well, right now Andrew's playing devil's advocate for the new Superman, being all like, "Hey, you want him to be boring and all?" He's like, "That clip was boring. You want me to show it to you again? I will.
Let's see the clip. Let's see it.
I'll show it again for the 5th time."
There's only 11 fucking people in here. Who you been showing it to?
I've been showing it to the first 4. And again, this guy is really making love to the camera. I mean, my God.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Third person. You're referring to yourself in third person? No.
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
It's fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible, by the way.
Wasn't this an episode of Lois and Clark?
No, that would have been much better.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, again,
I see stuff like that from the movie, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Exactly, like, because it's that same kind of dull humor we keep seeing from like late stage Marvel and all that, of like, oh, everybody's just being quirky and quipping and
That's what James Gunn. I mean, if you watch any of James Gunn's stuff, I mean that's in everything that he does. You know, he just got a way of making. I mean, he's real good at interaction. You know, character interaction, and the way that he stages his scenes are totally there for enjoyment and to move the audience. You know, I would say taking that, I would not have taken that out as for something to put out there. I would have took something else.
It was very random.
I know it was kind of a random scene. I'm like, that's not something that's gonna like turn people off, especially guys who want Superman. You know, they can be like, I'm not gonna go and watch Friends. You know, I'm not gonna
Exactly.
watch it, you know,
That is the perfect comparison, because I've always hated Friends.
Me too. I'm like, I'm coming here. I came here to see a superpower guy go and whooping people ass. You know, I didn't come here to watch two people talk about relationship issues and shit like that. Like, fuck that. You know.
Well, it's like with Superman, again, like Andrew, to talk about your complaint. Everybody says Superman's boring. That's the thing. Superman is tricky to do in the modern era, because you got to kind of ride the line between classic cheesy Superman and an updated version. You can't go hard one way or the other.
Superman is boring when it's just him being his altered ego, Clark Kent. You know, when he's Clark Kent, he's not really saving nothing, and he's not really taking on crime or nothing as Clark Kent. You know, but as Superman, he goes out and fights these monsters, he solves crimes and stuff. But Clark Kent is the boring side of Superman. You know, he's the one who has to deal with real life, pay bills, work, and all the other stuff. You know, Superman is the guy that's going to go out there and handle business. You know, but he needs Clark Kent. And not only do we have to see what makes Superman so special and makes him so appealing to people who love action, we're also going to show people the other side of Clark Kent. Now, the other side of Superman is Clark Kent, but that's for, you know, I guess for the women, I guess the female part. You know? If you look at what he does, he doesn't do nothing. Everything he does with Lois, you know, stuff Clark Kent does is geared towards women, you know, because he has Lois. Lois is his rambunctious, romantic female who's just so, like, I guess she's like so out there, you know, so provocative. Not the average guy's going to approach her because, like, she's just out there, you know. But some guy like Clark Kent, a little, how can I put it? A little conservative, nerdy guy. You know, nothing special about him. You know, as Clark Kent, and she likes that. You know, she's supposed to be the action, and he's supposed to be what the non-action, I guess. You know, so I guess that kind of works.
And I brought up earlier in the stream that really Clark Kent is his disguise.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Superman is his real personality, and it's that he acts like a nerd and like he's fumbling around to throw people off.
Yeah, the same thing with Bruce Wayne. You know, Bruce Wayne, it's the opposite for Bruce Wayne. You know, there's always going to be Bruce Wayne before Batman. You know, because it wasn't for the tragedy in Bruce Wayne's life, he wouldn't have assumed the identity as Batman. So it's like kind of reverse for Bruce Wayne, you know. But Clark Kent, he was Superman before he was Clark Kent, you know.
Exactly. And I love the way Smallville did that, where they basically showed, like, okay, like, as Clark, he was pretty much himself for most of his life. And then in the later seasons, they're like, okay, if you're going to have these two identities, you're going to have to change something about yourself. And so he purposefully buys dorky glasses and starts acting like, oh, I'm fumbling around with my papers.
Right, because Clark Kent, when he was young as a kid, you know, he didn't understand who he truly was until he found out from, you know, the pod that Kents had buried up under the fucking garage or wherever, with the barn. And he went down there and found out who he truly was. He's like, no, you're not Clark Kent. You are Kal-El. You are my son. And because of the sun and all this other stuff, you will gain superpowers, all that stuff, you know. So it's basically, like I was saying, you know, he was Superman from birth, right? He's Superman from birth. And he assumed the Clark Kent. You know, thank God he had the Kents to raise him to be Clark Kent, to be a person who can actually be on this planet with aliens and be able to blend in as Clark Kent. But as a savior of mankind, he becomes Superman.
Exactly. 100%. But you know who didn't need dual identities? Goku.
Goku? I don't think Goku has dual identities, dude.
No, I said he didn't. I said, you know who doesn't need dual identities? Goku.
Oh, okay, yeah, he does.
You're trying to bait me into this conversation.
Yes.
I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna talk about fucking Dragon Ball Z again. We talked about Dragon Ball Z the last time I was on this channel for an hour, and I keep telling you, man, the show. I respect what the fucking show did for anime, but I can't stand most of the fucking fan base. They ruin it for me.
The fan base. You know what, man? I've been watching Dragon Ball Z since I think it was since 90.
Talking about 90. Good old Toonami.
No. I'm talking about straight dubs from Japan. You know, that's how I got most of my anime back in like the mid 90s and late 80s. I had a friend, you know, who was in the military. He copied that stuff in a VHS and sent it to me. You know, and I had somebody do the dubs. You know, and before anybody even cared about Dragon Ball, even knew who it was.
I mean,
you know,
look, we've talked about Dragon Ball to the death the last time I was on here, but did y'all know that Jewish women will date regular non-Jewish guys but never marry them?
That was a very smooth segue.
Y'all want to have that conversation, huh?
where's
I
Ruby?
mean,
Where's
I don't-
Ruby at, man? Where's
Ruby-
Ruby?
He refused to come on today. He said he'd outgrown this channel and he was done.
I was expecting a like a CG church or something today, or what gives, man? Y'all have not really done any CG churches in a minute during the week. What happened?
Well, Ruby's channel.
Cynic?
Oh,
We don't do CG Church during the week, dummy. CG Church is only on Sunday,
Well, King Stream.
Monday, and Friday.
The King Stream. He used to do it like at least 3 times a week.
Yeah,
that
we used to do them on Mondays and Thursdays. Well, there for a while we were
Yeah,
streaming
Wednesday.
every day, like every day of
Wednesday.
the week, except for I think Wednesdays because of Wizard Stream. But that was just something Ruby was doing, and I was like, "This is retarded. We're gonna get people used to watching the stream, and then we're just gonna stop doing it." But he didn't, you know.
So you use your managery position and told him and smacked him around and said, "This is what we're going to do." That's
Well,
what you did.
sadly, Ruby's channel was taken down today.
What?
Yeah, well, you know, somebody took down her channel. There's, you know, honestly, there was too many motherfucking snakes on the motherfucking plane for the channel to stay up.
You bullshit me. The fucking Ruby King channel is fucking gone.
Yeah, it got nuked, dummy.
Motherfucker. I didn't even know.
Yesterday, got nuked.
I'm just
Yesterday,
finding this
last
shit out
night.
right now.
That's why.
I,
That's why he didn't come on. He's trying to file an appeal. Yeah.
Fuck, man, that's some bullshit. Damn. There's some straight up fucking asses out here, man. I mean, sorry to curse, but like, why go after somebody's channel? You know, y'all really wasn't doing nothing to nobody for real. I mean, y'all was just talking about the shit that goes on in this stupid echo chamber called comic books and gaming and whatever stuff.
But, you know, One Gun, people hate me for like no reason at all. Like, I got circumcised at the age of 28. So people just don't like shit like that about me.
I mean, wait. Were you
How
like
petty do you have to be to do that shit? How petty do you have to be to do that shit?
you have
man?
to be
That's-
pretty petty to get circumcised at 28.
Yeah, that's pretty petty right there. At the age of 28, Jesus Christ, man.
I mean, did
Jesus
you have
Christ.
any like painkillers or?
Yeah.
No, I just freeballed it, right? Just went right in.
You did it
done in the
yourself?
barn?
Yeah, no painkillers, no nothing, man. Just took it on the chin like a champ.
I mean, that's ballsy.
Did you get a 40
technically,
pound?
It wasn't my balls, but yeah, you got it.
Did you get like a 450 pound fat prostitute to help you out?
Yeah, it was Rabbi Tyrone. He had very delicate hands. He was a black Israelite.
Oh.
I'm
So the
surprised
true
they cut that
ones.
motherfucker off. Hey, what's up, Fourth Pup?
Well, this is Stimulated Cynic and One Gun. And I'm Fusebox. This is my channel. It's called Fusebox Engaged. It's where people engage the Fusebox. Well, you know, don't scare me like that, Forest Pub.
Yeah, that's Rich Embry, the guy you were talking shit about a second
No
ago.
shit.
Hey,
I was not talking shit.
We were talking
You said-
mad shit about him, saying that Rich Embry deserves everything he gets.
I never
And,
said
you
anything
said
of the
literally,
like.
and I quote, "I'm building a crucifix in my front yard right now."
Yep, that's what he said. I heard him. I was here the whole time.
That doesn't make sense with him. No, if I wanted to offend him, I would play Mexican Ninja.
Well, it's my uncle David. There's not a good Mexican anyway. So whatever you want to do to Rich Embry, I mean, have at it.
Now I have to play.
Is Katie burning the man's books? Is Katie really burning the man's books?
I doubt it.
I don't think she'd do something like that.
Hold on. I have to skip this ad.
Streaming services. It seems like another great.
What the fuck? What is that?
I don't know.
I was trying to play this.
Definitely ain't Mexican Ninja.
Yes. Wait, wrong thing. What the hell?
With Google.
What is this shit? Oh, it's up here.
In a bruised up pueblo,
Hola, muchachos.
El Ninja Mascabrón rises. Every run is a new battle. Every choice, your destiny. Agárrate los huevos. Master the way of the donkey.
You know who would like that game?
Who?
Ruby King. As my uncle David Duke used to say, he's the only nigga I'd let in my house.
You motherfucker. David Duke is your uncle.
What's wrong, One Gun? You didn't realize that I'm dangerously intelligent.
Oh man, that's horrible. That's horrible, man. But yeah, it looks like a cool game.
Well, get on it. Do it. Mexican Ninja.
What I did put out there for Ruby what I do, the Mighty
Wait, hold
Morphin.
on, Rich. Did Katie really say she's gonna burn your comics? Let me know in the chat.
Yeah.
So I drew a picture of yeah, so I did that picture of the Mighty Morphin Super Platinum Negroid, and it seemed like Ruby's taking a liking to it.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that on the internet.
Yeah, I was doing that to make fun of Ruby, but Ruby does the opposite. Does the opposite.
Look,
he accepted it with open arms. I'm like Ruby, I was making fun of you. Ruby's like, I don't care. It's cool. I'm like, oh my god. All right, fine.
Look, it needs to be happening. I did. That wasn't even a word. What I just said. Jesus.
Why don't you want to force Pub? Why don't Richard come on the show? Talk to him about.
Well, I mean, I could invite him on. I mean,
hey, invite him on. See if he'll come on and talk. You know how much he hates Cynic anyway.
Well, I mean, the thing about Cynic is, I think Cynic is ultimately jealous that I have been voted sexiest man on Twitter.
Good. 'Cause I'm so tired of his pretty ass.
Look, you only got voted sexiest man on Twitter, Fusebox, because I'm black. So, and also because like my homeboy Kanye said, nigga, how Hitler.
Oh God, don't. We're gonna get. Now they're gonna come after my channel.
Now they're gonna nuke this channel. Thanks, Cynic.
No, man, it's a song, man. Look, what did you think about the song, One Gun? As you being a black Israelite in the Midwest,
I never paid that song no attention because the man is off his fucking
You
meds.
don't believe in art?
I believe in art.
You don't believe in art? You don't believe that art?
No, that's not.
It's in the eye of the beholder or whatever they would say.
No, that's not art. That's a man crashing, and I don't want to see it. That's a man who's going down, ain't on his medication.
Oh, finally, we got a topic that we can get everybody on board on. We can talk about Kanye. Good job, boys.
I thought the Superman discussion was perfectly feasible and relevant, and
For how long do you want the show to be, Fuse?
we can go however long you want. Hell,
Exactly. So how are we supposed to stretch out like we did the first time Ruby and I were on this show for several hours of a minute and a half clip of Lois Lane being a cunt and Superman being a cuck?
Well, I figured I'd just replay it over and over
Yeah,
again.
you played
until
it
you
6
lose your mind.
times.
Well, the whole point is I want people to understand just how bad this is going to be. Because Andrew was arguing, he was playing devil's advocate a little while ago, being like, well, you want him to be boring, whatever. I'm like, do I need to show the clip again? Oh, my Lord.
When I see Andrew, it's going to be paper, rock, scissors, man. All day, every day. In Las Vegas.
What is up, Richard?
MMA.
What's going on, man?
Oh, what's up, Rich?
Who let this toxic man in? This toxic. I've been what's it called? Exiled or something?
I mean,
well,
Rich,
you did a
what are
pretty
you
good
doing
job.
here? You're not allowed.
Hold on. Cynic.
You're not allowed to be near any of us.
I'm here. You know why? This is triggering Cynic. It's because he's not used to seeing people leave the plantation, and I left the plantation. That's why, man. You got house creators. You know what I mean? They have to, get the roles and follow their orders, and I'm out here just living life, bro. Yeah.
So Rich, you ready for the questions, man? You ready for the Q&A section? Are you ready for it?
Oh, man. All right. My favorite Kanye song is Jesus Walk.
You know what? That is a good song. I like
a great song. And remember, he has that line. He's if I lose sales because I have my soul, then it was like the price for my soul or something like that. Yeah, that's a beautiful line, man. Beautiful line. Can't buy your soul back.
All right, man. So I know Fusebox want to ask you some questions, man. Go ahead, Fusebox. Let's get this out the way. Let's get this shit out the way, Fuse. Let's get on with it. Get on with the show. Come on.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think Fusebox wanted to ask any questions.
He's like, I don't even know this fucking Mexican. He's gonna say, how much did you charge to cut my grass?
I know, Rich, and I've been paying attention to all of the fun drama you've been going through. That's why I was gonna purposefully avoid that, so that we could all just chill.
Oh yeah.
No, we chilling. We all chilling.
No, I mean it's a lot. It's just silly, Like I was telling my wife, I woke up today and I'm like, a man that did an amazing run on Green Lantern is having a sissy fight with me on Twitter. Like I can't predict this shit. This is weird, man. But hey, fuck. Who knows?
You want me to send Andrew Rowland the link, Fusebox?
If you can,
I'll do it. I got you.
You can't. Now no one's gonna. There's gonna be more panelists than viewers. I better get back in the.
That's the point.
No, Rich, you stay right where you are, bro.
You stay right there, Rich.
Right there. You get Fusebox some views. I want to see him get dragged on Twitter tomorrow because you're off the plantation and you're on the Fusebox channel.
Oh yeah, actually,
you're gonna get fucked up, son, for opening your big dumb fucking mouth.
It wasn't PTP. It was Fusebox. He said, "Fucking get out of there, man. Get out of there, man."
Got 90s router. Man. Where are we streaming from? This is Fusebox engaged.
No, I'm playing, 90s. I'm just honestly, bro. I'm just trying to make fun of all this. It's just all silly. It's silly.
Well, how's life after CG? How's it been these last 48 hours for you,
bro? You wouldn't people are like, oh yeah, you getting slandered, bro. The DMs I get from people that are like, hey, bro, I respect what you did. Is crazy. And there's people that I haven't talked to in years because it's just we have been on different sides of the border or different sides of the wall, and it's just it's so cool. And it's like, listen, you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to talk to me. I don't care, bro. I'm just gonna go and sell comics. I don't got time for this tribalism and this and that. And a lot of the times the fights are what's having, or the little freaking slap fights on Twitter was because of shit I didn't even do. But I'm like, if you don't defend it, you're like, But so I'm just tired of it, man. And hopefully, like,
just tired of fighting. You just want to make comics, right? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, everything I said to July, I already said it. You can see they're making some corrections. But if you say that, oh yeah, you're gonna go anti-CG and go rip reverse, you like sales, blah, blah, blah.
That's what I wanna. That's what I wanna pin you on right there, because it's like the day you left was like everybody just turned on you. I'm like, he left. I mean, he left. He didn't say he hated all you all. He just said, I'm just gonna leave. I'm out of here.
Listen, there's people in this game, right? They had nothing to fucking offer but try to gain clout. They had nothing to fucking offer, right? No benefits, no dental plans, nothing to fucking offer. Right? Had nothing to offer.
Not even paid holidays.
Right? But they want to try to dictate and this and that and this and that. Oh, I don't got time for that, bro. Like, I can talk to anyone that wants to make a comic. Like Derek, what's up, Derek? I talked to him. He's been on my show. I've been on their show.
You never talked to me about doing animation, man. I mean, like,
bro, I know how much animation costs. I don't got that money to talk to you like that. Bro.
I ain't got money either, man. I'm like, shit.
I know, man. I got to get some money to talk.
We can do a yellow flash and a yellow flash thing where I just cut you in for 40%, and then we take our chances over the Ripper Sand, since we ain't part of Confiscate anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm just kidding.
I would love to do something with animation, man, or help you out with that, whatever I can do with video editing or music. I don't know, whatever I can help you out, bro. I just like being free agent, bro. It's just it's weird, man. Me and Cynic had this thing, like, we are over here in the Comicsgate space, right? We're not wearing the Comicsgate shirt and hats and stuff, but we're over to support these people because they do what we like, They're great people. There's great people.
Exactly.
Yeah. And there is benefits and there is a lot of love, right?
You mind if I explain my position on all that, though?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a lot of, people are asking me and doing all that stuff,
right?
No, the reason why I don't wave the Comicsgate flag is because I don't bend the knee to anybody else's rules.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I can support you, I can agree with you, but the moment somebody tells me what to fucking do, you can kiss my ass, and that's what it is, right? Like, I'm not saying that anybody is... Actually, that's a lie. A lot of people, the moment I started becoming nice or cordial with Mike Wheeler, were in my DMs telling me, don't do it. Yeah, I got the same flack when I had and here's the same thing. Mike Wheeler did the same shit to me about leaving Comicsgate, and I told him, fuck you, bro. I'm my own man.
Yeah.
Yep. So you gotta be
I'm a free
I told him I'm my own fucking man, and you're not gonna tell me what to do. But here's the difference, though, is in public, Mike Wheeler never said Cynic hates Comicsgate or Cynic loves Comicsgate and tried to like drag me and embarrass me. In public, several people, the moment I launched Imprint, said you're now going to turn against CG and be anti-CG. Because
if you're trying to sell a product, you got to answer for all the hypocrisy and this and this and that, and then it's just stupid, bro.
Yeah. I'm not anti-CG. I'm just not. I like what their message coincides with mine.
I'm pro customer, and I take care of mine. I'm anti nothing.
Well, that's the thing, Rich. Rich, you're putting books in people's hands, unlike a lot of people. Over here yelling and screaming at you. And I'm like
I said, I was telling you guys, I have more fulfilled books than Tony has teeth.
always comes back to Tony.
Bro.
Oh man, why you gotta bring Tony up, man?
Bro, what are you talking about? Ethan Van Sciver's got more fulfilled books than Tony has too. Sorry, that was a but no, man, like
now that was too far.
I mean, I said the same thing earlier though when I was talking to Fusebox. I said, man, like Rich is still invited on my channel, and it's called CG Church, right?
Yeah,
he's still invited on the show. It's called CG Church. I guarantee you, you and Katie could probably work this out. You'd be invited on there. Who had you on last night?
Patrick
Patrick
Yes, CG
Quinlan,
Commandos.
the guy who runs Comicsgate Commandos, right?
Yeah.
Probably one of the bigger Comicsgate shows.
Yeah, he's cool. He's
Yeah,
very
had
cool.
you on there.
Commandos is
Wow,
cool,
that's
man.
crazy, right? Let's see. Then, you're allowed to come back on CG Church. You're also allowed to go on BTM Reviews show. Wait,
I'll be
aren't
there
you
tomorrow.
supposed to be like a guest on there tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Weird, right?
And everybody up
weird.
there ragging on Rich and saying all this stupid shit. But like, wait a minute. Rich
How
been
dare
here
he
for
leave the plantation?
Yeah, I mean,
What's
he's-
your name?
he's been here the whole time and nobody said nothing bad or negative about him. But the moment he
Totally.
says, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and leave his imprint alone and strike it on my own,"
Yeah,
then it's like, oh, let's dogpile on him and shit like
Hell
that.
yeah.
You know, I think, in my opinion, they shouldn't have done it. You know, and I think I've made a post about it. It's like we should like learn from what Rich did to see like so this won't happen again. You know.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I'm glad I could be I guess an example. I don't know.
I want to say that I'm just saying like you're a good example of a guy who came to Comicsgate to make comics, have fun, meet people, and you got to a point to where you know you was just dissatisfied, maybe because of the atmosphere, maybe because of certain people, but you finally figured out this wasn't for you, and you like I could probably do better on my own. I don't need an imprint to sell books, you know.
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you just fucking say?
I mean,
You're
but you get what I'm saying. Leave the word imprint out that statement, replace it with whatever the fuck you want to. All right.
Yeah. How about keep my company's name out your motherfucking mouth, One Gun?
I'm going to say imprint anytime I want to.
Oh no,
What's up,
Who'd you
Dylan?
lose? 90s router?
he ran away.
Oh yeah, he's traveling right now. No man, like you can. The fucking problem with this whole situation is you should be allowed to not want to have to like. Look, I'm not rich. I don't care one way or the other. But you should be allowed to not have to like kiss the ring, and still promote everybody and do anything you want, man.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
and still like I support everybody in CG, and I even said this, and I'll say it on this channel, and I'll say it on every other fucking channel. Tony and me famously don't fucking like each other, and Tony can kiss my whole ass. But
I didn't get that impression.
you didn't get that. But I'll tell you this: if he comes out with a banger of a book, and it's a banger, right? I will say it on my fucking show. Hey man, go get this dude's book because it's a fucking banger. I separate the art from the artist and all this other bullshit, man. You're allowed to like who you fucking want to like and allowed to not like who you don't want to fucking like or kiss the ring or whatever you want to fucking do, man. It's all nonsense.
But
Fuck it.
once again, think about CG. It's like I like a lot of artists, like a lot of people that's there. You know, I hang out with you guys on your shows, and I do a lot of things with you guys. I even take some of you guys' artwork and I either draw your characters or ink them or whatever. That goes to show my dedication for the art. You know, and what I like about Comicsgate. You know how you guys have to come together, but all the other politics and all the other bullshit. You know, this crime because you can't get on Ethan's show or Ethan won't praise you and all the other bullshit. I mean, y'all just keep that shit away because most of the people who cause most of the worst shit over here are people who can't write, people who don't draw, people who have no talent whatsoever, but they come in this atmosphere and they cause trouble. That's the biggest problem with Comicsgate, and those are motherfuckers that need to be ran out.
And I did the opposite. I was like, okay, Ethan ain't feeling my book. They ain't really feeling my book. I got to do for me. And if you ain't feeling my book, fuck rolling. I'm gonna go find my audience, and that's how the fuck I get down. You know.
I think in a video, Ethan said that you were in the King's room and they did say some stuff about your book at one point or one time.
Yeah, because Mike Barron was like, "This guy knows how to write. This guy knows how to write." So how the fuck? I'm a nobody, and then they remember me, and then they don't remember me. So it's like it's all hogwash, bro.
I'm going off the I think it's the post King show when they was just like saying they didn't know who you were and all the other stuff. I'm like, I don't think.
Here's the thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting.
No. Go ahead, Rick.
I was gonna say this. What pissed me off is Ethan was in this room with Katie and all Minton, this toxic shit. He knows this whole fucking story, but he presents this narrative that he doesn't. Like that I left CG because my wife like She's not. She don't like care. Like she doesn't care a bit.
Oh, that's okay. So
Yeah,
that's
the line.
that's the other thing because Katie did the happy wife, happy life thing. So what the hell was up with that, man? What the hell was up with the whole thing about your wife coming in, not liking Mint, showing off her cleavage, and you on there? I
It
mean,
was
like,
this, man.
I mean,
It's,
you on an OnlyFans account or something? I mean,
no. This is what it is, man. So everyone's like, "How come you ask Mint? How come you ask Mint?" I didn't ask Mint. She asked me. She said she had this crash out. Yeah, she had this crash out with Vito. She's like, "Hey, would you mind if I did a car, or do you want me to do a card for you? Like Vito was gonna pay me this," and I paid her double. And I was like, "Because here's the thing, man. I'm not gonna support that OnlyFans shit. I don't care for it, you know. But if you're trying to do something to get out of that, I'm gonna support that, you know.
right.
Like I got homies that were dealing dope, and then they have like a side hustle where it's either they're selling clothes or shoes or this and that, and it's like, oh, it ain't stolen. Yeah, I got you. I'll support this. Or you're working at a tire shop, or you're working there as a mechanic, or you know you're selling subscriptions to whatever. I'm gonna support that because you know, like you're trying to do something that's positive. I'm gonna support that.
Right.
So that's kind of what that was. Now, fast forward, my wife's like, "Hey, this book's attached to your daughter, and when you're promoting this and saying this and that, you can click on her thing and on her link to her Twitter, and she's like fully naked." You know, so she's like, "This is not good optics."
Yeah.
So she's like, I was like, "Listen, okay," but me and Cynic, we talk, and we're all about that fucking free speech. He knows me and him. So it's like, how the fuck am I gonna say, "Hey," like it's just this weird thing. It's like I'm not gonna say, "Hey, don't." I didn't know how to put it. So it's like I can't say, "Hey, don't go on these shows," or this, and like.
So you did basically the right thing. You just backed out and just I mean that'd be the best thing to do because to sit back and go ahead, man.
Who's gonna go on whose channel? I'm not gonna tell anyone what they can do. It's a free country. As long as you're not harming kids or anything, I don't give a fuck. You know. So, like, I didn't know she was gonna show up on that thing, and it's not Min's fault. She just showed up to support. You know, to be honest, like, so I'm like, So my wife's like, "Why is he showing up purposely?" And she's like, so she's thinking like she's trying to like always be purposely around this and this and that because she's getting mad at anytime my comics are tracked to her. That's what she's caring about, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You don't want that. You don't want your book to be attached to that part of her.
Yes.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense, man.
And that's my little girl.
I'll tell you what, though, I've lost 5 subscribers on my new channel just from having this conversation.
Oh Jesus!
But
and all because, I mean, look, man, Ruby King, my co-host, is CG. There's a lot of people around me that are CG. I support Comicsgate fully. I go on all exclusive Comicsgate channels for the love of God.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Me wanting to do my own thing and still support the group that is the group shouldn't have anything to do with it. And me having my own morals and values shouldn't have anything to do with it. And the same thing with Rich.
Cynic, that's what Comicsgate is about. Comicsgate is you getting away from the people who cancel you, right? The people who don't want you because of your views or what you say.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the retreat that was Comicsgate. Comicsgate's supposed to be all encompassing these people.
Well,
but now you look at Rich's case, it's like it's turning. It's like they're becoming.
Well, I think
Look, man,
I think it is still like that. Ultimately, it's just that, you know, I think there are some folks who would like to feel differently. But I mean, you know, again, this isn't like a thing where, like, oh, you filled out a membership card for this group and all that, and now you've been revoked. It's like, it's just you call yourself CG, you don't call yourself CG, whatever. You know?
But I support the movement. I support what they stand for, man. The other thing is too, like, I never expect or care if John, Shane, or Ethan promote me, right? If they do, thank you, very much appreciated. We're on the same side. We agree about the same shit. We've all been in this fucking culture war at one point or another, fighting the same fight about cancel culture, man. And I would appreciate it, but it's not like I'm sitting here going, "Hey, bro, please, please, please," right?
And
They
I
don't. They
wasn't
don't.
either.
It's no love
Yeah.
lost, man. And if they
Yeah.
do, they do. Awesome. Thank you. Hats off to you, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, why would I get like excoriated for even saying that? Like, because if you say that to some people, they go, "Oh, you're anti-CG."
It's
And I'm like, what are you
because
talking
people
about,
have-
bro? I'm
people
in,
have this
in all the
weird-
DM groups I'm in
you
are,
part of the
are
plantation?
CG.
It's like this weird cultish type of mentality that shouldn't be there, but it sort of kind of is. Oh, he said something bad, shun him, throw rocks at him, and it makes no sense,
Yeah.
I even said it. I even said it.
I think
like,
it came from like years and years of like infights with people and people being like, well, fuck CG, blah blah blah, and then so I think like a lot of the inner circle are feeling a little extra paranoid
I
about
guess
it.
so, man. I mean, because it's weird to me to just see people at Comics Gate act like this, and this ain't the first time I've seen this like mob mentality because somebody was CG and they left, and now they're getting memed. They're getting memed, calling them all type of gay names, and it's just ridiculous. Like this person's running, with y'all on y'all shows, promoting his book and all this other
Let
stuff.
me ask a question. Let me ask a question though. Have any of y'all played sports?
Yes.
Oh yeah, a long time
Right.
ago.
Not well.
Yeah. Well, was that
All
it?
right, so, no, I was going to ask y'all. Anybody? So y'all played sports. Now
Yeah.
you were on the same team. You had the same goal, right?
Right.
Did y'all not? Did everybody get along?
No.
No.
Here's
No.
the thing. That's a good analogy, right? So we're on the same team, right?
I think we're all on the same
No,
team.
but here, when you're selling a project, right, or whatever, right? So we're on the same team, and this person's open, and you say you can't fucking pass it to him. What? But we're on the same team because a lot of the people that are anti-CG are anti all this woke shit and just want comics too. So
Yeah.
why the hell can't I pass it to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're
That's
all on the
where I got
same
a problem
fucking
with.
team, man. And it's fucking wild to me that they think that like we all have to get along. Like again, famously for a couple months, One Gun and I didn't fucking talk or like each other.
Joe didn't. They don't like him now.
Fuck you, One Gun, you piece of shit.
I know.
But no,
That's
me
all
and One
fair
Gun
love,
worked
folks.
that shit out like grown men. And if One Gun called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, Cynic, I've got a problem. Can you do this for me?"
I need
And
my
if I could at that moment, I will. No questions asked.
You will.
Same thing with Rich. Same thing with Andrew. 90s router,
Yeah.
Fusebox. Nick McHugh roasts me in every fucking chat he's in, and has
Yeah.
fucked with me endlessly. But he has talked to me privately about several things that have been kind of personal. And you know what? If he called me and I could do something for him, cause we're on the same fucking team, I'd do it.
Would you share those personal DMs?
Never,
in chat
never.
room?
Don't ask.
That's why that's what happened to me because I had so much love for CG. I'm trying to protect it because I don't want to get clipped out and now it's a black eye on Katie, a black eye on men, a black eye on the whole. You know what I mean? So that's why I did the whole internet shit to come back and but I was honest with them because if I did some shit like that, I'd be honest with you too, Cynic. You know?
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, this is what really happened because of that. You know?
Chris,
Oh, that's
you
what
want me to give you
happened.
you want me to give a good anecdote to that?
What? Just fucking.
Somebody shared my DMs and they said, "Hey man, I want to let you know I did something fucked up and I didn't realize exactly how what do you say to me? I can't remember the exact message, but it was I used you for something and I didn't realize exactly how hurtful it would end up being." And they had shared my DMs. They had leaked my DMs to somebody.
So did Ruby say he was sorry for doing that?
No. No, he didn't. Ruby never said he was sorry for any of that shit. But the person did apologize and we made sort of a pact to not do that shit again, or at least ask me and I'll tell you which ones you can share.
Yeah, but it's just
I'll split it down the middle and I'll say, Cynic, ahead of time, I'm gonna share our DMs and I'm gonna excoriate you publicly. I just thought you should know.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's
I
fine,
just-
man. Go for it. Shoot
Here's
for
the
the
thing.
stars.
If you're just, the beautiful thing is just talk to everyone like you would talk to them in public, and you don't you don't have to worry about no one telling you can't pass the ball to him or you can't do this, or
Yeah.
you can't do that, like with Mike Wheeler, and
Yeah.
people respect it. Like I'm gonna go on Raptors show, and I'm not gonna be all anti this and that. I'm gonna talk about good times that were CG. I'm gonna talk about ideas that could be better with indie comics and moving forward and what I'm trying to do and whoever is making comics over there, because there's a lot of customers in Raptors chat that I don't get to chill with, and that I ain't cool with that no more.
I think it's the whole thing about
and they continue to support me, and I appreciate them. And it's like, dude, if I need to build my audience, I need to go to where my audience is.
right.
And some of my audience is in JDA's chat. Some of my audience is in the slums. Some of my audience is in Raptors. And I might have lost some audience here, but
I got asked today, Rich, in a group that you may know of. What is Imprint shooting for when it comes to customers? And I said, and I quote, everyone. Period.
Exactly. It's a whole fucking world out there, man.
I'm writing my comics. I'm writing my books for everyone. I'm not writing them just for CG. I don't care if you're Rippaverse. I don't care if you're fucking slums. I don't give a shit.
Well, the
Buy
real
my
question is, what is Imprint shooting for in terms of writers? Because
Anybody but a guy named Fusebox.
well, I was gonna add that this guy that you just referenced was voted sexiest man on Twitter. So,
you should have done the Simpsons joke. You should have said like no fuse boxes, and then have a fuse box, but not this fuse box.
I mean, Fusebox. If you wanna say something about a conversation that we had publicly, you're more than welcome to, buddy.
no, I'm gonna share all of our DMs of and it's just gonna be us going, "Hey, you want to come on my show this time? Sure. What time?" And,
hey, where's the link?
yeah. Oh, I'm running a little late,
I'm being harassed. The dog pile.
But I just wanted, look, most of the people on this poll voted for a date with me as the stretch goal.
Dude, bro.
What the fuck?
That's a troll.
It's not a troll. It's what they actually believe.
I think that's a troll.
Troll, bro. You got trolled.
It's what they all believe.
All of them. I'm surprised that's a lot of votes, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the biggest troll ops I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I got more votes on this poll than I got backers. So,
All right. It's the beginning stages.
but I'm just saying, I think Imprint could use a writer who was voted sexiest man on Twitter.
Why are you denying him?
Hired a man, damn it.
Yeah, why are you denying him, Cynic? What the hell,
Cynic?
man?
What his most handsome man on Twitter award? It's not a fucking award.
Handsome.
Right?
That's not what that was. First of all, it's not an award. It's a poll that he put up.
Cynic's jealous. He's hating on the man.
No, dude, I'm horribly disfigured and black. So I know I'm not handsome. It's fine, boys. Don't get your panties all in a wad. But what I will say is, Fusebox. Seriously, you can say what we've talked about in private. What do you writers? What kind of writers? Who would be a writer for Imprint?
Yeah. Well, I think Ben should be a writer for Imprint.
Ben? You talking about Fusebox himself?
Yeah, that guy.
Exactly. We're working on some stuff. Ben is a part of Imprint, and you know what? We're gonna get a story for him to write, and then we're gonna put it out. So there you go.
Amen.
Welcome.
I love that guy.
Hell yeah.
Like
this is the best Juneteenth ever.
Yeah, Juneteenth.
Oh, I forgot
Holiday
it
for
was
everybody.
Juneteenth.
Yeah,
Happy Juneteenth, One Gun.
Yep. Now the liquor store been robbed today. That's great. Now, one liquor store been robbed.
Yeah.
No, one gunshot was fired so far.
I mean, that's a record for New Orleans.
Can I say something real quick too? Because I just to clear the air, because I like being honest. I heard someone say that my coworker died in my arms. And then people were like, what does he do for a living? And it, like, that made me and my wife laugh so much because that just sounded so funny. Because like, my coworker did not die in my arms. The man unfortunately passed away in front of me while paramedics were doing CPR for 30 minutes, you know. But I'm like, that's just the amount of lies in fabrication and exaggeration that has been going on, and not just with my situations, but for years for other people's situations. It's ridiculous. I think we all need to really, whatever it is. I know One Gun does animation, you know, comic books. Like, man, we could be so much more, like, just powerful and united if people are just doing their stuff, man. Without the tribalism.
Yeah, that's why I said a long time ago. I think I made a couple posts about that, about like we should just stop this stupid shit, fighting each other, and start looking at how much money can be made if we all just like got on our shit and started collaborating and working together.
Amen.
You know? We could be such a powerful force in entertainment, not just comics, but just entertainment. You know, it's more people than just me who do animation and come over here. It's more people who do comic books than most of these guys who want to come over here, who want to be a part of this, but then they get into this stupid black ops and politics and they just stay away.
Yeah, there needs to be no label. There needs to be absolutely no label, because your reputation, you represent you. You are your own brand. And what can you, as a brand, as a person, as a creative mind, bring to my project? And then what can I bring to your project? And that's how we can just network and do that. And, you know.
So you're saying that we're forming our own internet coalition?
Oh, please
now.
don't. That's you're trying to start a war. You're trying to start a war.
Nick McHugh says Cynic bought a toy.
Something about a what?
What?
A toy desk set and all?
Yeah. I'm just trying to like promote and do things and work on books and see what we can do, man. That's all it is.
Is that?
I'm just gonna give it a shot.
By the way, 90s, I'm sorry I didn't welcome you when you first came in. You've been sitting in the corner. He's
not even saying anything. He just posted in the chat. But again, he is traveling.
Wait. Is that Mike Wheeler there too?
Where?
Divinity Comics?
Yeah, Divinity Comics. What's up?
Oh, yeah, it is Mike.
Yeah. It was funny because the wife is like, what is this shit that I'm some fucking prude? Like, she's mad, right? And she's like, don't they know I like Mindy Wheeler's fucking comics?
Oh, God.
So, yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, Wendy is damn fucking good. You know, she's really good as an artist.
My wife likes Wheeler's, Mindy Wheeler's comics, and she liked reading these comics a lot too.
Does she like comics about space pirates?
Ooh, I gotta ask her.
You know, I mean,
watches the replay to make sure that no one's trolling me in the chat. She will let me know.
I don't even know if my mic is working.
It's somewhat working.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's a great book, man. It looks freaking awesome.
Well, I'm just saying, now we got these stickers coming because we hit the stretch goal.
Who does those stickers? Like, what's that artist's name? I know he was.
Congratulations.
6 a.m.
Yeah, he's old school CG. I haven't seen him in a long time, and that's another thing. Like, these guys that I would see, I'm just not seeing anymore. I don't know what rooms they're in. I don't know what chats they're in. I don't know what streams they're on. And
I know he's still around. He just he's never been super vocal.
Yeah. But no, he would show up to streams and this and that. You know, I think it's like part of like the Fragga crowd kind of thing with another couple other guys.
We need to reunite everybody.
That's what I'm talking about.
We need
Man.
reunification.
I think everybody can agree to disagree on certain things, right? And you don't have to shit talk anybody. Like Rich, I see exactly what you're doing, man, and I don't. Hey, you do you, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like on Twitter and stuff, right? Like you stand up for yourself how you feel like you need to. I'm not gonna tell anybody what you were say, but I agree with that. Like trying to bring people together and just man, put out good shit and support each other, right?
That's it.
Look at me as a fucking. I'm not like trying to be like Christ on the cross or narcissistic.
Yeah,
but I promise you, the moment fucking Tony's book comes out, if it is good, I'll say it's fucking good for the betterment of the community. Because
you will be
I'm here for the art first.
Well, you will be brought before the Sanhedrin.
And before the council and and whipped and punished.
Fear is the mind killer.
Are you the founder of what's it called? Imprint?
Yes.
Yes, I am
We
the
need to go
founder.
corporate
then.
Wait a minute. Ruby said he's the founder.
No,
and
I'm the
Cynic
all right.
is the money man. Cynic is the money man.
No,
Ruby is
he's
the actual
fucking
creator.
no. I'm the founder of Imprint. Me and Preston Moore are the founders of Imprint. So it's that idea stemmed from her and I having conversations. Then she had to leave the internet for a little bit, and I said, "Well, I don't know if she's going to come back. Let me take this idea to my friends because I like their stuff. I support them." And the moment I mentioned it, they all said, "Oh yeah, I want on board." And well, it was me and Ruby talking privately, and he said, "Yeah, I want to be on board." Then we had Yumegaka want to have a meeting with me. Do what?
Ruby identifies as they.
Well, I was trying to.
It's 2025.
I was trying not to say that, you know.
I'm here for it.
Wait till you.
Either way,
pop up.
so I took it to Ruby. Ruby liked it, and then he told other people they liked it, and I just kept saying, "Hey, man, I've got this idea," and I didn't invite anyone. Right? Everyone so far was like, "Can I be a part of that? I like that idea. Can I be a part of that?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course. The more, the merrier." So,
What's up, Katie?
There is no Ruby here.
I guess is that a good thing?
Yeah, but where am I at in that list?
Where?
Oh, hey, Katie.
I'm already forgotten.
Let's see.
What's up? What's up, Katie?
what's up, Katie?
I'm so fucking tired.
But yeah, no, I was never even gonna write a book though. I got drug into it, kind of kicking and screaming because I was throwing out ideas.
He did. He would always come around asking questions like,
"You're a fucking liar."
he-
Done the first book. No, shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna put up with these lies.
he
The
be
first book I got
he'll come
offered
around
to even
and
do a
ask you all
treatment
type of
for
questions.
was the Ronin of New Orleans or whatever.
Yeah.
And I said I won't write it, but I will do a treatment for it. I'll give
That was
you a
like the
premise and a
first thing
synopsis.
that we had an idea about, you know, and we just forgot about it. But Cynic had it in him to want to do this. I can tell from back in the day. You know, he wanted to do this all along.
No.
Yeah.
I really did. I'm still kicking and screaming every day, going, "Can I just give this to somebody and let them do it and have me run the business?"
Listen, man, do it, man. Just do it. Do it and do it right and do it good. You know, that's the only thing I ask you to do, man. Just do it right. You know, I mean, I just want somebody to come out here in this comic space and do the right thing. You know, there are no kings in fucking comics. They're just people who do comics. You know.
No, I mean that's all I'm gonna do. No big deal.
Yeah. I mean, when you meet someone like Kevin Eastman,
Except
who's
for
like,
Jack Kirby, he's the king.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
the only
Jack.
king of comics.
Yeah.
And you meet these giants, they're just so kind, so humble, so peaceful. It's like, dang, like it gives you a game plan and a role model for sanity, for creativity, for productivity. Yeah. It's all there. The mixture's there. The formula is there. The blueprint is there. Now, if you want to recognize it, you can. If you don't, then hey, that's on you.
Yeah,
and you're gonna get the results for not recognizing it. But I recognized it, and that's where I'm sharing the message of that I am now. You know, so yeah, it's comic books. It's too special to not take it seriously. It's too special to not network and promote with everyone you can. You know,
that's how it should be. I mean, if I'm doing good in comics or whatever I'm doing, if I'm doing good in that, and I see somebody that could use my help to get them on top, you know, I would use all my power to get you there. You know, and not take on this position like, you know, I gave you something. No, I didn't give you nothing. I mean, hard work came to you. I just brought it to light. And that's how
Yeah.
it should be with comics. You should bring artists to light, so other people can enjoy it. Not in some way that makes you look like some god. I never liked that. That means that makes you say that somebody owes you something, and nobody in art, nobody should owe you nothing. It should all be about what you like, what you want to share, what can make another artist get better. That's what art should be about. That's what comics should be about.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's so much opportunities, but we just the whole tribalism is preventing comics from getting made, preventing comics from funding faster, it's preventing a lot of things.
Exactly. Like the whole thing with boycotting Kickstarter, which was like, why?
That was a personal issue with Malin. If we're being honest, that was because Malin's feelings got hurt.
I think so.
How much money got left off the table?
That's a lot of money getting left off the table, and I'm like, well, that's one thing that like made me like say I'm cool with Comicsgate, but I don't think I'll ever like be 100% in Comicsgate because I don't want to sit back and split an audience up like that.
Yeah,
there's a lot of money out there. There's a lot of people you can get your stuff to, but if you're just saying like, let's boycott this because this one guy over here, got done run by them. They didn't do nothing to me, just to him. Everybody should follow. I'm like, no, I don't think that's right.
I like what Graham said. He said you boycott something that has term limits. We're boycotting this to show an effect. Now we go back, we all make money and go from there. It's like a negotiation. Like, look, we're gonna take this money away, then we're gonna come back and give you. Now you want to do that again? We're gonna take our money away for longer. And that's usually how negotiations work. But
right.
when you get people in the scene that are new to the scene, that don't really know, and they get clout and they want to toe the line. That's what it is.
Well, like I've always been CG, and I didn't really like that. Was never like a hard and fast thing for me because like I think people in CG are gonna do whatever they want to do. It just depends on like if it's standing against cancel culture and all that.
Yeah.
It's like again, like there's no hard and fast rules for all of this.
No, there isn't.
We're really all on the same team, so you should be able to pass the ball to whoever's open. You know what I mean? If we're trying to score a touchdown, we got to pass the ball to whoever's open.
I think, man, I see exactly what you're saying, and I agree with that. But at the end of the day, we all started this whole fucking search for alternative entertainment because of this culture war.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you have the ability to give that entertainment, to give that art to people, you should just do it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. Listen, there's 3 comics out there right now in mainstream that are fucking killing it. Titan has Conan with Jim Zub on it, and just phenomenal artists. You're fucking hands down beautiful, right? And then you got Rook Exodus with Jeff Johns and Jason Fabok, fucking killing it, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? Now, what's coming out? Now the big fucking giant in the room, Robert Kirkman, is teaming up with Dave Finch.
Ooh, what they doing? What they doing?
Look it up on the
What they doing? Oh,
Fusebox, Ben, pull up Divinity Comics.
Divinity?
Yeah, it's Mike Wheeler. The Cynic
that's
wants to
gonna
dip
be
his toes in, but not have the stink on him. LOL.
Yeah, that sounds like Cynic.
I mean, that's gonna be the fucking juggernaut in the room. If you're a speculator,
I don't think I'm connected.
Actually, let me take my other headphone out that I have in on Discord talking to some friends.
I know. I think I'm friends with him on Facebook. I think.
Who's that?
Mike Wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, Divinity Comics. He says Cynic wants to dip his toe in it, but not get the stink on him. No, that's got nothing to do with it. All right, just like I support you, Mike, and I get stink on me for supporting you. I support CG, and I'm also gonna get that stank. Simple as. I'm
basically,
not
you're always
on
gonna stream.
anybody's fucking team. I'm on my team, and I can root for everybody. Does that not make sense?
No.
Should you make a T-shirt that says GDI on it? Send it. Just make a whole T-shirt that says
I mean,
GDI.
does that not make sense, right? Like, I can root for CG and agree with CG without having to wave the colors of the game. I don't want to be in a game.
No, that's not how it
Cynic.
works on the interweb. You know, if you come out and you hang around CG people and you like their
It's
stuff,
got nothing
and
to do with the stink, man. It's got nothing to do with like the bad press or anything like that. It's the fact that I want to do my own thing without having to ask anybody or say anything to anybody or any of that stuff. Again, I literally just lost 5 fucking subscribers on my new
Another
YouTube
5?
channel.
Because I came?
damn.
Because I got here?
So
Hold
guess
up,
what?
Cynic.
Look
I'm
at
gonna
me.
go back and resubscribe. Hold on.
But you know what, man? That's fine because I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do, how I want to do, when I want to do. So
That's all
Well-
you can do, man. It can't nobody tell a grown ass man what he can and cannot do. That's one thing these people don't understand. In this
No, here's the
atmosphere.
thing. You can tell him, but is he gonna listen? You can
Yeah.
tell a motherfucker you want whatever you want.
no,
But
they're
if you
not
let-
gonna listen. And this is a point that I made earlier, right? You, all of us on this panel actually are in back rooms. All of us, every one of us.
Mhm.
Every one of us have either been in back rooms or are currently in back rooms with people that are high up in CG, right?
Mhm.
And we see the things that go on and, you know, whatever, and the fallouts and the arguments and the tips or whatever, right? And we see how it actually plays out. The audience doesn't. So what happens is when you've got a YouTuber or a comic book creator or an entertainer that you like and they're disagreeing with the other guy, you're automatically going to choose that side and you have no idea or no clue why they're fighting. That's just
Yeah.
the way it is. Me
Yeah.
saying what I'm saying right now, people just don't agree with, and I have to take that lump on the chin and lose 5 subs. I may lose more tomorrow, whatever. So,
It is what it is, man. That's life.
yeah, Nick,
It's
I
like-
agree with you that it's not a stepping stone; it's a way station. So, that's fine. But I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain it any clearer other than I agree with CG, right?
Yeah.
But I've got Ruby and I have big motherfucking plans, man. We have big fucking plans that we're trying to shoot for, right? And people better just watch. That's all it is. And it's not going to go against Mike Wheeler. It's not going to go against CG. It's not going to. I don't give a fuck. Who wants to come to me and have me help them do their books or whatever? I don't care. I don't care who you
know
are.
the way things works is it's gonna be basically like, oh well, he's going out here, he's trying to upsurge CG by doing his own thing and getting these creators to go with him and shit like that, you know. And then the hate's gonna start. The hate's gonna start early and very quickly and very hard. Watch. Just watch.
That shit dies out though.
Yeah.
That shit dies
People,
out.
because motherfuckers, they got shit else to do but run from show to show and try to get up and all gossip and get all that bullshit going, and they don't know when to stop. They don't know when to like take the shit as it is. You know, it's just bullshit. You know, everybody who gets on the little shows, they just talk bullshit.
Look,
And
man.
people need to tell the difference between what should be taken and what should not. You know.
Let me give you a perfect little fucking anecdote. Let me give you a perfect little anecdote about this. And the reason why, if people could just see what I see, because I'm fucking me, Rich is fucking Rich, Andrew's fucking Andrew, right? I understand and
You got a
see.
camera in my room? How do you know this?
I understand. I understand and see why Ethan has beef with Eric July.
Mhm.
I see it. I understand it. Fine. I also see and understand Mike Wheeler has beef with Ethan.
Oh yeah, he has some serious beef.
And I can agree on both of those. I can agree on both of those. I can understand both of those. And I can say, hey, man, you have your fun. And I may agree to dunk on Eric way more because to me, what he did when he was shit-talking crowdfunding was fucked up. I think that's fucked up because it's it allows people like Fusebox and me and Andrew. Well, Andrew doesn't do crowdfunding. He self promotes and publishes and does everything all out of his own pocket. And One Gun to put out books that are way bigger and better than what we could if we just were drawing out of our own fucking bank accounts.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think that's fucked up. But I also agree with what Mike told me his reason was for not liking Ethan. Right. It's personal. I'm not going to delve into it publicly, but that's fine. I can agree with both of them, and I can like fucking both of them, and I can take pointers and advice and all that shit from both of them.
Not anymore.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're
Not
saying,
anymore.
you're saying exactly what some of us are feeling. I mean, yeah. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of like trying to tell people like I'm not CG. No matter how many times people try to put that fucking label on me, on Cynic, we keep on trying to tell people we're not fucking CG. We enjoy being over here. We like talking to people. We like chumming it up, drawing and other shit. But we are not CG. We are nothing like that.
Yeah, no, I love the reason why I do these shows is because I love the fucking CG audience.
Yep.
I love the shit out of him. Nick McHugh is the biggest asshole to me ever. But you know what? I like Nick McHugh. Him and Mike don't like each other. I don't care. Baki's goes to almost every show that I'm ever on.
Yeah.
Right? Him and Mike don't get along. I like Baki and I like Mike. Their arguments are not my fucking arguments. I'm my own fucking man. Let them have at it. If you bring the bullshit to my doorstep, I'm going to tell you, most likely, I think you two should fucking get it over with.
That'd be sensible.
So
unless it involves me, don't bring that shit to me. Right?
So Cynic, have you ever heard of Superman?
I swear to fucking God, man. I swear to fucking God. If you play that fucking video one more time.
I don't know. I feel like I have to.
It's Andrew's fault. It's Andrew's fault. It's Andrew's
What video?
fault.
I need to see this video.
Thank you.
No, read
Thank
Nick,
you, Richard.
read Nick's chat. Nick McHugh right there. He says, given the current mode, CG will age out with the top talent. That's my fucking fear. We literally had this fucking conversation today in the imprint room. In the fucking imprint room. You need to start snapping up and pulling in new fucking talent. And if I can wave the banner of imprint and bring in people and they go, you know what, man, I like that CG group over there. And I'm a part of imprint. Do you mind if I put Comicsgate on my book too? And I would say, yeah, sure, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
It goes right below the imprint label, bro.
That's what the space needs. That's exactly what the space needs.
You're more than welcome to fucking do it. If Mike Wheeler said, hey, Cynic, I like what you're doing over there. I want you to publish my next Divinity Comics book. And I'm going to go, cool. How do you want your logo on it?
Yep. And that's how it should be. That's how is exactly how it should be.
I want to start something similar to Image. You keep all your shit. You like who you like. You do what you do. I'm just helping you get it there.
Mm-hmm.
Like distribution.
Without the $3,000 entry
That's
fee.
it. The only reason why I'm writing a book is because I say, all right, I'm going to put my fucking money where my mouth is and see if I can actually fucking do it.
I'm glad you're putting money there instead of dicks. So.
Yeah, thanks. It's a first for everything, right? Fuck you, Rich.
But it took you a while, but you got there, and I'm proud of it.
It's that's just the way it is, man. And I've never been the one for groupthink, and I'm not going to be the one for groupthink. So like it, lump it, whatever.
Well, I can tell you that I am CG, and I'm also not into the group thing. So,
and you're also a part of what now?
I'm also a part of your company as well.
There we go. And how easy is that? Ruby's CG, and he's one of the fucking founding members, and he will wave the CG flag until the day he dies.
This is called in the hood. This is called hood hopping. I just want you to know. You can't be like hood hopping, man.
I do what the fuck I want to do. I go in any hood I want to go into
and hop.
Come to mind,
bro.
What have I seen?
Come on down. Come on down.
So what's
nah,
this?
Man, it's just the way it is. I want everybody to understand that, like, people can disagree and not like each other and all this. I swear to fucking God, Ben, you're gonna make me.
You said, look, you disagree with me on this Superman clip, but you have to, you know, tolerate that.
I have to put up with it, right?
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Third person. You're referring to yourself in third person now.
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work in the next scene.
This is on the record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
It's fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible. By the way.
I hate you. Another point on the given the current mode that CG will age out with the top talent. I was gonna say that right now a majority of the indie comic scene, the mass majority of the indie comic scene, are CG and Rippaverse. Like it, lump it, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it, don't like it. I don't care, but it's true. But what happens when the top guys in CG age out and Rippaverse shuts its fucking doors because it's throwing good money after bad? Where's the indie comic scene gonna be?
Individual based.
It's gonna be individual
It's gonna
based,
go
right?
back to the way it
So
was.
why not? Why
Indie
not?
Indie comics is going to be no different than you being like a regular novelist.
Can I say something real
My
quick?
point is, man. My point is that why not say, all right, let's plant a little seed and grow this before that happens.
Can I say this, Cynic?
Yeah.
Okay, I went to and I if you can crowdfund and feed your family and you're a legend, fucking do it, bro. You're a rock star, right? For little guys like us, we're not there. Not even close to there. Not even
don't worry about it.
And we're probably never going to be there.
You know, that's a good possibility too. You know, to be honest, if we're being really honest.
Well, I'm
No.
gonna
Yeah, I
rule
think
the
no. I'm not gonna listen to this fucking pessimistic
No, here's the
bullshit.
thing.
No,
No,
I
no.
will be there.
Okay.
If I stick to this and everybody fucking sticks with me and comes a fucking long and does their part, we will be there.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
so
I'm gonna
not gonna
make
end my point.
$100 billion.
Here we
When I
go.
went,
Right, but I was like trying to make a point that that like some of us are never going to work for Marvel or DC, and
I don't care. I don't
and
want to work.
We
for
don't
them.
want to. Like we,
Yeah.
you know,
that wasn't my point.
I don't
That wasn't my
need.
point.
Go ahead,
to work
Rich.
for Marvel or DC.
like this is the point. So I went to that convention, like in Phoenix Fan Fusion. There are thousands and millions, and this is just a what's it called? Like just a sample of the water, you know?
Yeah.
Comics are back, conventions are back, crowdfunding is probably going to go down. No one's talking about this. Conventions are back. People want to get out. I seen there that look of money. They want to spend it. They're looking for stuff to spend it on.
Yep.
You know what they're not buying at conventions? Campaigns.
Comics.
No. Yeah,
They're
you're
buying
exactly
fucking
right.
Comics.
You're right.
They're
You're
not
right.
buying campaigns.
When
What that told me, get the comic done. Get the comic done. The comic is the money. The comic is the money. The crowdfunding and all that excitement, that's one thing, you know? Mike, I know Mike Wheeler goes to these conventions. Mike, am I lying?
That's
You're
Mike's
not lying.
thing.
You're not lying at all. But hey, Mike Wheeler and me disagree on this. Why can't you do both?
You can.
Okay,
I mean, that's no
honestly,
problem with doing both.
Do both.
So,
Hit every
there you
angle.
go. Let's do
But
both.
the quicker you can get your book out there, the quicker that just reassured me. Like, oh shit, the 20-page thing is quicker to get it out. It's quicker to crowdfund. It's quicker to do all that.
You know what, Rich? You know what really pissed me off, Rich, is that I bought into Vito's campaign, and I should have been invested in what you were doing. That's what I should have did. You know,
You
I'm
invested
still
in
gonna-
Vito's campaign?
I invested
in
in it.
$5, but you know, Vito's.
I know you. I mean, I paid to do like what $35-$40 to get a fucking book, and he keeps coming back with a little post saying like, oh, it's going to be out. It's coming out. You know, it's going to be out this quarter. This that, and then I just gave up. I'm like, that book's people never gonna get that book in their hands. You know, he can do as many posts he wants to, say what he wants to. He's never gonna bring that book out, in my opinion. You know, I should have put my money on people like Anthony Sicca, the Apex Comics guy, because you guys are you're in CG and you were putting out books and your books are getting in people's hands, but nobody talks about that. Nobody really cares about it. And I'm like, well, y'all should be talked about more because you guys are actually doing exactly what you came to CG to do. All the rest of the guys aren't. The majority of them.
You can't promote the solution if you have a problem.
Yeah.
Understand that. You can't promote the solution to the Ponzi scheme if you have a problem. If you're running that scheme.
Yeah.
So that's where
that's a sad fact.
So that's where it's like, hey, maybe this ain't the place for me. You know? That's where it's like, okay, maybe I'll go elsewhere. Maybe, you know. So
and I think that's what people are missing. I'm like, why you think he leaving? You know, I think
that.
Yeah, I mean, like, why you think
that is the honest truth? You know, like, how come? Like, I like here. This is gonna sound real arrogant, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a space where things, Jimmy's fucking up, Rob Hunter's fucking up. You know what I mean? People are late on books. So in a space where a dude does deliver, why is it not celebrated? Let alone not celebrated. Why is it mocked?
Yeah.
You can't fucking promote the solution.
Rob Hunter, you know, after I was on Katie's show and they were showing a video of him showing off his work, I'm like, damn, that dude used the same programs I'm using to make comics. You know, I was like, and he's up on Ethan's show lying, saying like, oh yeah, I drew this, we inked this, some guy in the Philippines. I'm like, no, dude, you use same 3D programs I use, you know, and you're putting filters on top of this shit. I'm like, no, I mean, like, and I can't believe people gave him money for that shit, and he never produced the book. So all people like that dude at Comicsgate is just say, you know, you take a chance to get coming over here and buying anything or putting your money on any of these people because all they're gonna do is take your money and run with it. You know.
And here's the thing: there's, and I'll even say this in Ethan's defense, like he understands this. Rob Hunter's like a pro. He's trying to sell his book. You know, the guy's doing the whole or whatever. You know what I mean? But like, man, it sucks that it comes to in Ethan's lap that like, fuck you. I promoted another one.
Another one, yeah. That's
so
sad.
It's like, fuck, it's getting a black eye. You know what I mean? So it's like I can see their hesitation in promoting people as well. So but it's like, here's the thing: when I was promoting Blood and the Sword, I'm like, Blood and the Sword, it's gonna be $5. When Ethan would read my super chat, he'd be real like, yeah, Blood and the Sword, $5. And then like I kept doing it, like I would make the super chat like be kind of like special, you know. And then like, you know, and he's like, but are you making any money? You know, like,
right.
And I'm like, bro, I don't think he understands the long game that I'm trying to play. It's like I'm investing in the audience. You don't make money until you have the audience, right? And it's you have to go out and get your audience to get that money to win. You know, you start small and you grow the product as your audience grows. But like consistency is free.
And you've done, and I'll be honest with you, that you've done nothing but that ever since I've known about you for like 6-7 months now. That you've always been consistent upon your delivering what you do. You know,
and
you've always been consistent.
Mike does the same thing. Mike, you're always
Mike is consistent. You know, even though he's an ass. Whoa! What's up, Mike? How's it going, man?
You know, he makes fun of my unicorns, but you know, whatever. Let bygones be bygones, Mike.
I'm never gonna let you live that shit down. That shit is fuck.
Oh, motherfucker! God damn it! I didn't even see this motherfucker come in. Y'all want me to lose more fucking subscribers?
Oh, yeah.
I'm on a fucking panel with Rich and fucking Mike. God,
here's the thing.
Damn it!
Yeah, we are banned from Comicsgate.
I seen a tweet from War Campaigner say, Mike, unblock
War Campaign hates me though.
They do. Hey, that's one thing. That's like a War Campaign thing. They said they love comics. They just hate you and Ruby for some reason.
Who started the fight with them? Was it you or Ruby?
Hold on. I'll tell you exactly how the start with the War Campaign
They said I'm
started.
good.
Or the fight with the War Campaign started.
You know.
It's so fucking stupid. It's the dumbest fucking thing ever. What's his name? God damn it.
Pan?
I'm trying to
Glacier?
think of the guy's
Glacier
name
guy?
right now. Hold on. No, shit. I'm drawing a blank. Dark Lord. What's his name? On Twitter.
I don't fucking know.
God damn it.
Dark Gift?
No, not
Oh no,
Dark
JD
Gift.
Kirby. It's JD Kirby.
JD Kirby. Yeah. Fuck. Either way, JD Kirby was arguing with Pan and a bunch of other people in
Yeah.
War Campaign, and they were like pissing and moaning with each other and like going back and forth. I posted a GIF of a black zombie clown eating popcorn. Right? I swear to God, right hand on my mother's life. That's all I did was post that GIF in the chain.
And that's
bro,
what got a target on your back.
they have been on my ass for a month now.
New target.
I kind of like him more. I gotta respect that.
Hey, him and Ruby.
That's all you have to
man.
do. That's all you have to do.
Jesus Christ. Him
That's
and Ruby
literally
at it.
that was it, bro. It was the dumbest fucking thing ever. And I just was like, what the fuck? And then Ruby got in there, and everybody knows how Ruby is, man. He's like a dog with a bone when somebody talks shit to him. And so Ruby was going back at him. And then our buddy Samurai Snowman, another guy in the imprint, started going back at him. And they were like, hey, man, we'll do a fucking debate. And Ruby is like, all right, fine. And they said, we'll do it Friday. And Ruby said, why be a bitch? Come on tonight. Boom. Or come on tomorrow. Here's the link.
Right. They
And
didn't
that
show
was
up.
it. That's
And
all
they
it took. And all of this started from a GIF of a black zombie clown eating popcorn.
And you know, most of them are fucking foreigners too. So I mean, all the accounts that aren't Pan are like foreigners and shit. So they don't really fucking.
No hablo inglés.
Yeah.
I mean, look, man, it's whatever. I don't care. If they want to buy my book, they can buy my book. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
I'm
I
here
don't
for
think they
anybody
buy
that wants to
anything.
fucking buy my shit whenever I get it out. Simple as.
Man, they've been fucking memeing the hell out of little Ruby, man.
It's fucking Ruby's on dumbass fault. Get it going under fucking Dalish's picture and post a picture of his fucking nipple. You dumb fuck.
yeah.
God, man, let me go check my YouTube channel right quick. I bet you it's
That'll do it.
fucking nuked.
You know what's
Thank
funny?
you, Mike and Rich.
You still here? You still here, Cynic?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. I was gonna say, you know how everyone's saying, oh, my wife's all insecure. She's that. I'll tell you this. She's more jealous of Ruby than she's ever been jealous of anyone. She thinks Ruby is like a chick. She's like, you're always talking about Ruby. You're always going on that. I'm like, Ruby's possibly a midget. You know? And then Ruby came on camera and he's like wavy, and then she's like, nah, that's someone else. He got her in the back or something.
That's why Ruby and I can never ever like really meet, just because I do have a terrible fear of midgets. That's a real
Oh, I know you said that before. And he's borderline.
Yeah, dude, I will turn white. Like even if like a midget walks by me, I will ghost out, dude. I can't.
Where do you think that came from? Like a past life? How does one be?
Dude, I think I'm so tall. Like I'm 6'6", right?
Yeah.
I think it's like it's
This
the opposite
motherfucker.
thing. It's like the whole fucking opposite thing. Like you're scared of things that aren't like you, and I think like those little midget things, like dude, they're just so creepy. I don't like them.
Was it because of the movie Leprechaun?
No, I don't like. I won't even watch that movie. Like I saw it had one on it, and I'm like, no, I can't do it.
Well, now we're bleeding viewers. You're
No, you're
scaring
doing
away
pretty
all
good,
of our
man.
midget viewers.
You're doing pretty good, Fusebox. You got 7 over here and another 17 over there on X. So you're doing pretty good.
Oh yeah.
No, but I was just saying we dropped 2 when you started talking about your fear of midgets.
Yeah, that was Ruby. Ruby ran away.
that was probably Ruby.
Ruby
One
ran
of them was
away.
definitely Ruby.
He said, I'm not going to put up with this shit. I'm out.
The cast of
Man.
I will not.
Wizard
How
of
the
Oz.
fuck did I look? I got roped into this stream. This motherfucker doesn't even
Roped
have
in.
anything for us to talk about.
We had
And then
Superman.
He just replays the Superman trailer over and over and over again. And now I'm on a stream with One Gun, famously anti-CG. Richard Embry, famously anti-CG. Andrew Rowland, also considered famously anti-CG.
Well, that's
90s router who's just traveling across Europe right now.
Yeah,
and
but
Mike
is it
Wheeler.
wrong?
And Mike Wheeler, who just wants to fuck Ethan Van Sciver.
Man,
Yep.
I gotta take this call.
Oh, great. And now Flip City's throwing a grenade into the whole damn thing.
What happens if it's an albino midget?
Oh god. That's even worse.
Oh my!
I don't know if it's like their little sausage fingers or like their big ass abnormal head. I don't.
What if they were? But hold on. What if they weren't like? What if they were just really short though? Didn't have like dwarfism.
Short people don't bother me. It's the whole like the mutant look of it.
Yeah, the big head
Oh
and
my
shit, like
God.
the unproportioned body.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I get it. Yeah, Ruby's not a midget.
You're
He's
like
just really
living
short.
chibi.
Yeah.
I would like all little people watching this stream later on to know that Outlaw Nights does not endorse any of the opinions that have been voiced on this segment of the
I'm
show.
scared? How do you have to endorse that I'm scared of these things?
You should not be scared of them. You should embrace
What?
them.
That's like telling someone not to be afraid of spiders. Like, dude,
Well, you shouldn't
you
be.
might offend the spiders.
What do you want to offend spiders? Why do you want to offend spiders?
Fuck the spiders.
I will definitely offend snakes.
Yeah, see? Fuck snakes too.
Well, yeah, I'm not fond of snakes.
Y'all know. Wait a minute. Y'all know I was
Endorsed it.
famously called a snake in several CG green rooms. You saw that, Rich.
Who
Oh,
was
God.
snake?
So yeah, Superman. You ever heard of Superman?
Who was
Oh
called
god.
What is this? That you speak of? I do not know the ways of your culture. What is this Superman that you speak of?
Well, he was a superhero. He was born on the planet Vegeta, and he crash landed onto Earth, and he bonked his head when he was a baby. So he forgot about his programming
Oh
to
man,
kill everybody.
let's go through
Oh,
some
so-
Dragon Ball, man. Come on.
Oh, so
I
like
don't
a
know what
big
you're talking about. And he had a tail when he was little, but it got cut off. I'm waiting for Cynic to jump in rage.
Andrew, you gonna let him get away with this?
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? There's also, just like I'm my own man, when it comes to my opinions and the way I think about stuff and the way I want to do things. And Mike Wheeler famously said it, and I love using it. Cynic is on his own island, right? Just like that. I'm also not going to be baited into homosexual conversations about a furry running around, getting killed over and over and over again, leaving his kids and doing all this other dumb shit.
My son.
Are
Well,
we talking
he's only a
about Nick
furry
Meta or-
under the full moon.
Nope. He's still a furry.
No, he's not.
He's a furry.
No.
So you can
You
argue
don't
all
even
you
know what
want
a
to.
furry is.
Dragon. All right, I'm gonna say it. This is gonna lose me even more subscribers. Dragon Ball Z is for virgins.
Uh-oh.
And that's
Well,
a bad thing.
I've had I can tell you that I've had many relationships, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Cap
And-
lies. Andrew, also a virgin. Famous.
No.
Both of
No.
you.
No.
So
Wrong. You're so
Look.
wrong.
Well, we weren't even talking about Dragon Ball. We were talking about Superman, and
you were
just come in with this
literally
Dragon
trying
Ball
to bait me
nonsense.
into a conversation, and I'm not gonna have it.
I don't even know how Dragon Ball became a topic here. Like
I
we were
hate you
talking about
so much.
Superman.
I hate you
You
so
know
much.
what?
Why am I here?
I was describing his origin story.
Yeah.
You know what
And
show
then
I
what
stumbled
did you
on
men-
too that was fantastic? Fallout.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Fallout was a good show, right?
Dude, I've been watching it. I'm halfway through it. Yeah, it's great.
I'll be right back, boys.
I refuse to watch the Fallout show on principle because years ago I had an awesome TV show idea where I was going to combine Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and I was going to make the two main characters of those games the main stars of the show.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to go from 3 to New Vegas. It was going to be awesome, and Bethesda told me to fuck off.
What?
So after that, I was like, and then like years later, I see, oh, they're doing a Fallout TV show. I'm like, motherfucker. So, no, I will not watch it. I will never watch it.
It's really good.
Well, no, it isn't, because I'm not writing it.
I'm sorry, man. It's good. I can't lie and say it's not. That's fucking. That's fucking
It's
good.
terrible. Don't you dare.
Dude, that's an awesome show, man.
Yeah, it was just happenstance. I'm
Second
just sitting
season.
here waiting on the next the Squid Games to drop. I'm excited for that.
What you mean? Second season of Squid Games? That's
The third. The
Oh,
third
third.
season. I think
Ooh, yeah,
coming
the
out at
third.
the end of this month.
Yes.
I think
That's right.
it's
It's July. It's
27th.
Yeah, 27th next week.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I forgot all about that. Make it a day.
Dude,
Make it a day.
I'm big into Squid Games. I love that show. Good.
Oh yeah. I thought the second season was gonna be bad, but it came out. It was
alright.
good. It was good.
alright.
Yeah.
I was like, how are they going to send the guy back into the same thing and then make it completely different? And they did. It was like it was really good.
Yeah, he was trying to because he was like fucking him up because he knew what some of the games were and they was able to make it. Then they had to change it, but by him getting in the game, but the main bad guys getting in, it was really good. That twist they did in the middle was like, damn, like fuck, like, yeah. Same thing with what's the other one? What's the other one I was watching? Fuck, it's another. I'll think. I remember eventually.
You're thinking of Dragon Ball Evolution.
No, I wasn't thinking of that.
One of the greatest movies ever made.
Andrew's about to blow a gasket. Andrew's about to blow a gasket.
My gravel ore video is up where I debunk gravel ore.
Now sometimes you have to grab an ore, Rich. So
no, fuck ore.
You know.
So when you're in a kayak out in the sea, you're just free balling it. You're doing your hands.
Here, I'm gonna send it to Cynic if he wants to.
You know what I don't understand is why everything changed so fast. I mean, the second all the old pros got let in the gate, everything just started to fall apart, and it was just so. Being on this side of things over the last 8 years and watching all of this shit develop, and then more and more people coming to realize, oh shit, this isn't kind of where I want to be. It's been fascinating. It really has.
Yeah, because Mike, me and you were fighting over Ethan.
We were. Well, not really
side.
over Ethan. I was telling you not to treat Dark like that because he's just trying to do his own thing, right? I was like, hey,
yeah.
I was like, hey, dude, he's just trying to do his own thing. And then you get mad at me. And I'm like, all right, you want to start going in on me? I'll go in on you.
Yeah. But like in my side of it, I'm trying to protect new people that coming in, new customers, do this and that. But like, there's a whole it's just like two different motives. That both of them doing somewhat righteous things. We both have righteous intentions. It just our pastor we didn't explain the whole situation, or we don't know each other's whole situation in background. I'm gonna go on Dark Gifts video channel soon. He invited me on too.
Well, Tony's been doing all right, and I'm proud of him and Elazmat for the stuff that they've accomplished and kind of moving in their own direction and stuff. And it's really necessary. I've said this for a long time. When it comes to like siphoning off the fan base of someone else, you're only going to get 2%. And if you look at all the campaigns outside of the Kings, what's 2% of that? Is that about the money you guys are making on your campaigns? And not just you in particular. I'm talking like B.A. Turner, Vasalis, or whoever the fuck. All these other CG creators, right? You guys are making what? Just peanuts, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and because you're siphoning 2%. That's all you're gonna get. These people are here for those people. Just like if you were to come and try to like put something out under Divinity Comics, dude, you're not going to get those fans. They're my fans. You might get 10% of them.
And you know what? You know what, Mike? That's exactly what Ethan was saying on the After King shows, that like these are his fans and his people. You know, and you're coming into my pot getting what I have, and I'm giving it to you. You know,
and that's what
he's
it is.
absolutely right. That's what I'm trying to go.
You're coming, yeah, you're coming and trying to grift off of somebody else's audience, and it's just I don't want to say grift. I don't mean to say that. I'm sorry. You're trying to come in and ingratiate yourself onto someone else's audience, and they're not there for you.
No,
you know,
exactly.
you have to go out and do the hard work yourself. There's no fucking shortcuts in this, guys.
Yeah.
There's not. You know, we had been doing this shit for over 10 years before we even came out with a comic book. Mindy and I went to shows all over the country. We had a fan base already established. We didn't just come out with the book and just make those numbers. We had fans that were pre-existing.
Yeah. So people don't understand that. People just see like how much money, Ethan and all the big guys up there making. It's like, hey, I could do the same thing. I too want to sit at home and make a comic book and get Ethan to get me on this show and sell my book or whatever, and then do all other shows. And then they find out, $3,000 later, you're like, damn, I ain't make shit.
Yeah.
You know, this is like half a car payment, half a house payment. I mean, like, damn.
Yeah, it doesn't do any good, man. He can sit there and hold your hand, put you on his show as many times as he wants, and you're not going to get that money. That's Ethan's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and Ethan even said that on the Kang show. You can go watch the Kang show, the After Kang show, and that's exactly what he said when he was talking about Rich and all them. He was just saying, this is his shit. And y'all just getting the crumbs,
That's why I don't know why I'm arguing with them, because we're agreeing on the same thing. I was like, look, this is your audience.
Well, but see, you're agreeing with him, but you're saying the quiet part out loud, that you're going to go do your own thing away from him. And see, that shows that he's losing control over the people that are kind of like supposedly under him, because he sees everybody in CG as just pawns. I mean, I hate to say it, that's how he sees people. And I've seen it time and time again, because it's been proven time and time again. That's why he continuously picks someone out of the group and feeds them to the rabid dogs. He did it with Matt Barr. He did it with fucking Dart to a point. He did it to goddamn Mike S. Miller, Doug Tenacious. He's thrown these people under the bus repeatedly. When he gets tired of you, he's gonna push you to the side. And if it makes him more money and gets him more content, more YouTube videos, that's what he's gonna do.
And here's the thing:
that's how he pays his bills and puts out his comics now. It's not because of the crowd funds. That money's gone. That shit went into his house payment. I guarantee you. That's why his books are so fucking late. He uses YouTube chats to pay the current bills and to fucking send out a few books here and there. That's where he's at.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. This stuff's just crazy, and it doesn't need to be. It's just like making comics is kind of simple. Promoting them is the hard part,
Right?
But in my video, in that clip, I said basically like wars are for fucking slaves, man. Yeah. Like whoever's steering the boat and directing the boat doesn't ask, hey, you and row, what do you think about this? They tell you to shut the fuck up and row. Hey, we're gonna hit a rock. I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up and row. And that's what it is. So it's like, and now the new thing is fuck a row, grab a boat. I like that, man. Grab a boat.
Yeah.
Because you're on your own boat. Either you're gonna sink or swim. Grab your own fucking boat.
What does indie comics stand for?
It's indie
comics made in Indiana.
No. Independent comic.
I'm retarded.
Independent. We're supposed to be our own people.
Yeah, I understand, man, because the way they treat indie comics today is totally different from what we had back in the like the late 80s and 90s, man. it wasn't really like a versus thing back there. You know, it wasn't really a lot of bitching and moaning and complaining back then. You did your book, you put it out. You know, today it's like you got to be part of somebody's bandwagon, a part of somebody's cult, or you got to hate somebody to get attention for your shit. It's fucking crazy. I mean,
yeah,
damn. I mean, clean. This shit needs to get cleaned up. Somebody needs to come out with something to fix the stupid shit that's accumulated over the past 5 or 6 years. You know, it just stinks. The whole indie scene right now, in my opinion, stinks.
Yeah, I can see that. But I can also see people, you know, trying to do other things and trying to get their own stuff started and doing a pretty good job at it. You know, you have to also not look at X and YouTube and look at the entire market as a whole. I mean, there's guys on fucking Instagram, there's guys on Facebook, and it's a completely different world over there. It really is.
Actually, it's a completely different world when you start doing comic cons. I mean, that's what people need to start doing is getting their asses off of fucking Twitter, taking their asses down these comic cons, local comic book stores, and setting up shop and getting people on the ground level to see you and see your work and start building your base. Because I mean that's how the Wheelers have been doing it. I mean,
that's how we got our start, and you will not get more fans and more readers anywhere else than at a show.
Exactly.
Next week, I have a booth at PopCon Indy.
Oh, cool. So that's so that's where I go with my basket of rotten tomatoes, right? Is Andrew rolling here? Yeah, he's over there. Okay, bring the truckload of rotten.
I don't ever plan on doing PopCon because it's more like pop culture focused. There's a lot of celebrities and stuff. It's not really a comic book related show. The best comic show around this area is Fan Expo Chicago.
Okay,
that's the best comic focused show.
Did you like Fan Fusion, Mike? I know you lived in the Phoenix area, right?
Fan Fusion was the off shoot. It happened in the winter, I believe, and it was Phoenix Comic Con. They ran it just like them, and yeah, I mean, Fan Fusion was good. They had it over there at the Cardinal Stadium. And,
they changed it then because it's at the convention center.
Oh, they moved it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. They had it over in Glendale when we were down there.
Oh, okay. That must have been cool. But yeah, it was cool, man. It was man, they had wrestling there, they had anime there, they had arcades and gaming there.
Right.
Man, comics were there, of course. And that's what I'm saying. There's just a fandom of just people with money that want stuff, man. It has to be finished.
If you're in the Phoenix area, man, Brian Polito, I hate the motherfucker because he served me with a cease and desist, but other than that, but he owns a show in Tucson Comic Con, and it does really well, and it's very comic book focused. Brian owns it, so
okay, I gotta check that out.
Well,
well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I gotta get going, man. I want to get something to eat and play with the baby for a little bit. So thank you guys, man. I appreciate you guys for not shunning me and treating me like a, I don't know,
outsider.
I don't know.
Well, when you leave, I'm gonna bathe myself in bleach.
Oh yeah. Just get the bonfire ready for Katie because she said she's gonna burn my books and my shirt. So
Man,
She was in here. She was in here earlier.
Look, man, I'm just like I told Mike, just like I tell everybody else. Y'all have at it, man. You're more than welcome to talk to me about it. I'll give you my opinion, but y'all have fun, man.
Go ahead, Mike.
Before you go, you remember when you were sending a message to Ethan? You said you were right about the Wheelers.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Okay.
What a cuck! I'd have told Mike Wheeler just now to suck my dick. Fuck you, Mike.
That was after you came after my unicorn. I get a little emotional.
Fuck you, Mike. Yeah, but now he's got a great idea for me.
Yeah.
That is
But you know what? Mike. Hey, but that's what this can be. Just fucking everyone. Just you know what? I
You
fucked
can always
up.
bury the hatchet, man. You can
Yeah.
always build a bridge.
No, Mike won me over when he said this. He said something about like a buffet closing. If that was a buffet, they would close it. And then he's like, yeah, but they would close it on me too. Or I was like, okay, that's cool, because he admits he's a big boy too. So that was cool, man. And
Oh,
then,
dude, I'm fat as fuck, but I'm getting skinnier.
yeah. And then another Mike classic is someone said, hey, Tony and Rich are fighting. He's like, why? They're scared of ICE coming because Trump took office. And I'm like, man, if you're gonna make fun of me, like, you gotta be. That was pretty funny. I was like, fuck you, I can't. Well, all right, you get over shit, man. This is like when you work at a warehouse or a construction
Mike
site
has
or
done.
something, you just get
Mike
over
has
it.
done some foul shit to me. Some
Yeah.
foul fucking shit to me in this.
It
community.
wasn't foul just because you knew I was gonna leapfrog Tony's script.
Hold on.
You
But you
didn't
know
stop
what?
me.
But you know what? He done the right thing in the end, and I didn't ask him to. He done the right thing in the end, and we've had some conversations, and I like Mike Wheeler, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Period.
I thought it was. No, okay, I'm thinking of Vito and Mint. I said, was it Mint who leaked it? No, that was when
No.
Mint
You're
leaked
talking
it.
about
Yeah,
Tony's first book shit, or are you talking about Vito's?
Talking about Vito's. It was
Oh,
Mint.
that wasn't Mint who actually leaked that.
Wait a minute, I thought it was.
It was Ripaverse.
Mm-hmm.
Rippa verse leaked it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. It's time to go.
It's not my. I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna pull a cynic. You motherfuckers have at it, and I'll be gone. Thank you.
All right, Rich. We'll see you later, brother. Hey, piece of shit. Hey, put me back up top, Ben. You son of a bitch.
I don't even know how to do that.
You grab my icon with the little hand and you drag it up. You click on
Well,
mine, then you click on one guns. There we go. That works.
He's
Put
asking-
into it.
I'm putting
He's
you.
asking me for a handy. Give it to him.
Hey, I'm about to go ahead and give you this, man. I've got to get out of here, man. It's like 10 o'clock where I'm at. It's time for me to do my
10:30 where I'm
stuff.
at. So
Yeah. Take care, man. Everybody, peace, love, and all the other good shit. Peace out, man. Thanks for
Yeah,
come
we're
on.
gonna-
Keith,
All right, man.
Peace out.
if we are gonna close in a minute, man, let me just again. My whole statement is, let these people have at it, bro. Let them have at it. They're all grown adults. That doesn't mean you got to be anti-CG or pro-CG or anti-Ripper or pro-Ripper or what the fuck ever, man. If you're into the art, do your fucking art. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, that's what it all fucking boils down to. And let these like cult of personalities and these personal arguments hash themselves out. That's it. That's all there is to it, man. We're not these fucking war campaigner faggots. We're not any of this other stupid shit. I think we can all come together and keep this scene, this art form alive that we all are passionate for, that we've all grown up with and have something, some part of it has touched us that we want to continue it. And I think we can do that no matter what the fuck, or no matter who the fuck you agree or disagree with. Am I wrong?
Well, I do agree with Superman.
I
who
will
is
fucking
a
curse
hero
on
of
you, bro.
justice.
I will find you. I know where you live,
Hero.
actually. You told me
You
where
know
you
the
live.
city. You don't know
yeah,
exactly where.
I will go live in Ruby's fucking laundry room, and I will go door to fucking door, Ben.
Ruby lives in Metairie, which is technically the city right next to New Orleans, so that's an even bigger span of space
Okay.
for you to search through. So
That's fine. I have nothing but money and time.
well, if you have all that money, why don't you throw some to Outlaw Nights, which is now over
going to, but
$1,000?
Now that you made me watch Superman 5 times. No, 7 times.
Do you want to go for another?
I swear to God, man, it's like I'm arguing with my dad right now. Oh, really? Huh? Say it again. Watch what happens. Outlaw Nights, everybody. It's a fantastic looking book. We've hit what, $1,000? You said?
Yes, indeed.
Thanks
we
to
are.
CG Church, we've promoted him 3 times, I believe, and then we've come on this show and helped him promote. This will be my 3rd time on Fusebox Engage. We're at $1,043. The art looks fantastic. It's the second book in the series. You can catch up on it for how much? What's the catch up tier, Ben?
Well, the catch up tier is, let's see, which one is it? We got the digital for 22 and we got the physical for 25. And I must say, you're doing a fantastic job hosting.
Why is the digital 22 and the physical 25?
Because I just thought that was a fair price.
We always do our digitals like way cheaper than the physical.
I mean,
because what's your profit margin on 25?
Shit, I don't even know. You have to understand, I am not a math.
Whenever you
genius.
do that math and you figure your profit margin for 25, that's what you should sell the digital for, because you're not having to print the book.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
So you can get the same amount of profit, and you don't have to do ship for it. And being that it's at a lower price, you're going to sell more. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that into consideration, because I am mathematically kind of retarded.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to help you out. You know, just I swear to God, you'll sell more. Those things will go like hotcakes. And international backers love digital.
Oh yeah, no, that was the big reason why I added digital on there, was because yeah, like I know shipping has gotten insane.
And you have some good covers here.
Oh wait, we only have one cover technically for each issue, but you know.
Really, only one? Why?
Yeah, I keep it simple. You know, I was just like, I wanted to be able to get it out in a timely fashion, and it was just like I didn't want to add too many extras. But we are adding a couple of extras on this one. We got some posters available. We got, and we just added stickers thanks to hitting the stretch goal.
Oh.
And so now we've got a poll going on Twitter, which is basically what the next stretch goal is going to be if we can hit 2K. And let me.
Do you have any cool tchotchkes?
Right now, just the stickers, and I'm working on finding out what people would like for, tchotchkes. Let me see where we at here. Here we go. Yeah, we got the stretch goal stretch goal poll. That's right. Yeah, so far it looks like issue 3 preview is in the lead, although A Date with Ben is also tracking very well. So, yeah.
I don't know if I would be scared of that or not, because what if some guy wins and he wants a date with you?
Well, then I will fulfill the promise. But, everybody needs to know that...
You forgot to say no homo.
Well, no, everybody needs to know that I am not a, like, you hit me up on the first date kind of guy. Like, you got to buy me dinner.
Oh, okay.
You got to, like, talk me up. My eyes are up here.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess you should probably put a disclaimer then by that,
Well, you don't do that yet. You do that later once people have fallen for it,
Oh, okay. So sweet.
Yes, indeed. So, Gary Bugler, how you doing?
Gary Beekler, bro.
Whatever.
I'm just protecting my identity after all this stuff. After all the stuff y'all said about the independent comic scene. So.
Well, I mean, Gary's going to lose a lot of subs tonight, but
he's already lost a bunch. Suck it, bro.
MCU, Star Wars.
If you don't like my opinions of what I got to say, then I'm sorry, man. I hate it. I did gain 2 more subs back, so awesome. I gained 2 more, which means though I would be at 70 subs right now hadn't been for what I lost.
How about we lose one more so you can be at 69?
No, I'm not at. I'm saying I would be if I would have lost those other 5, gaining the ones that I have back. I would be at 70. So it's whatever.
Well, I think this is probably about the time to start wrapping it on up.
Fusebox, you should have had topics, dummy.
I had topics. I had
Don't
Superman.
fucking dare God, fucking. How are you worse than Ruby to me?
Because it's fun.
I hate it. I hate all of you. Why am I even here?
So Gary, where can people find you at?
You can find me at FFS Podcast. We'll be doing the First King stream tomorrow at 6:05. We'll be doing a Mike Wheeler Loves This CG Church Sunday at 4:05 and another King stream at 6:05 Monday. Oh, and because every other week we're doing an anime stream, you can also catch it there at I don't know what time yet. Wait to see the announcement on Twitter. So
at 90s, I would ask you where we can find you at, but you've been
90s
muted.
Router is my producer. He will be also on CG Church and King Stream, and hopefully the anime.
Be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean the anti-CG Church?
The fucking... Yes, absolutely.
Andrew,
you can also find him at the 90s Router, by the way, a very big YouTube channel. Like,
oh god,
bigger than any of ours here, actually.
And Andrew, where can we find you at?
A strip club.
Okay.
You can find my
Abstinence meetings.
King of Justice on xpcomics.com. Just updated the new website where you can navigate like to get the physical copies, or if you want to do digital copies, which will be on Global Comics, and issue 3 will be coming very soon, but it will only be on Global Comics.
Awesome. And Mike, where can we find you at?
You can find me in Detroit tomorrow, going to pick up 2 campaigns, Surrender the Booty and Boobs 3, fulfilling by end of next week.
Hell yeah. And I am
2 threes lately.
Oh yeah. And I am, of course, your host, Ben, aka the Fusebox. You can find me on Twitter at Fusebox7. You can also find me on Instagram at Outlaw Nights. And you can find me on Facebook under my real name, Ben Fuselier, Fuselier.
And his OnlyFans, Ben, the Comics Gay Twink.
Not yet. God.
You were going to announce that?
I'm going to find
That's like a stretch goal, and you just ruined it.
Oh, shit. My bad.
But if you like anything we had to say, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And hell, if you did like anything we had to say, go ahead and hit the dislike button. Because whether you love me or hate me, it doesn't matter. It feeds me. I thrive on it. Thank you so much for joining us once again, ladies and gentlemen, and we will talk to you all later.
Peace.